Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally starting this cast. Have some ESEA invite playoffs. We have the lower bracket round 1, Chaos Control versus Meat Market. I'm FrickMyNick. I am joined by BILLDOZER. How you doing tonight, Bill?
April Fools, we all got bamboozled into thinking there wouldn't be a match at 1 in the morning. How's it going,
Indeed.
everybody? I'm the BILLDOZER.
And we are joined by Looster on production. We do have 12 in servers. We're going to do a real quick rundown of these rosters. What roster do you want to run down real quick, BILLDOZER?
I'm going to go ahead and start off with Chaos Control. So, with Chaos Control, we got a combo made up of May on Demo Man, we got Bear on Medic, and we got Mirror Man on Pocket. We got Speedy on Roamer, Patty and Alpha bringing up those flank rolls on Scout.
Yep, I think we actually have Patty playing Soldier tonight. I think it's Patty and Mirror Man on Soldier, and then
I'm just
Alpha
going off
Moo.
what's listed, man. Oh, we do have Ramu, don't we?
Yes, Moo is in tonight instead of Speedy, so Moo is finally done getting ESEA cliented. On the other side of things, we have Meat Market. We have Ninja Nick playing Medic, Psy Guy on Demo, Bro King is going to be playing Roamer, with Ash on Pocket, and Kyuki and Corsa on Scout. Meat Market this season kind of had quite the roster shakeup about week 5, I believe it was, where they got rid of a couple players and brought in some more experienced talent. Just to quickly run down when these two teams met in the regular season. Before Meat Market shook up their roster, they played Chaos Control. I believe it was week 3 that they played, and they lost 5-1. And then they played week 7 again, and Meat Market won that one 5-0 on this very map, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see the rematch, although these two teams have not played with this specific roster. And we are going live, BILLDOZER.
Yep, it'll be an interesting game to see. We have a lot of veteran talent on both teams, people that have been around for a long-ass time.
So, very quickly while we wait for the ready-ups to go through, who's going to be the players to watch for these mids?
I've been liking the things that I've been seeing out of Corsa these past few seasons. I want to see what he's going to do. I'm going to see how he supports Sai in this first mid-fight.
Indeed, so we are going to be rolling out to our first mid. Sai is going to be rolling out lower, May's rolling out Saw. We're going to see the demo matchup. May's a little bit faster. Sai is super aggressive on the point, getting the better of May early in this. Broking's going to be going into the other team's kitchen, while the rest of Chaos Control is just playing Path. And Kyuki's going to go down super weak early in this mid, but tons of damage on the side of Chaos Control. Mirror Man and Bear are going to go down. Kyuki and Ash going to trade out on the other side of things. We're going to see Broking and Ninja Nick's getting super weak. Alpha's in. Not able to... Oh, he is able to find the frag into Ninja Nick. He's going to go down. So 3v3 late into this mid. Chaos Control's a little bit split up, but Broking's going to go on Maze down to 1 HP, going to get cleaned up by Corsa. Moo's going to be fighting a 1v1 with Corsa here. Patty's going to come in to try and help Moo. Oh, and Psy Guy's going to flank. He's going to find the pick on the Moo, and Corsa's going to clean up the frag onto Patty. We are going to see Meat Market taking this first mid.
So as you can see, that was my brilliant prediction skills coming into play there. Corsa inside did some real damage on that mid. The entirety of Meat Market was playing a little passively, but then you saw some big bombs coming out of Chaos Control, and Corsa just went in after that. They had to back off a little bit, collect themselves, but you saw him coming in and cleaning out a lot of damage that the soldiers and Sai had been doing for that first fight.
Yep, so we're actually going to see a drive push, it looks like, out of Meat Market from lower. We're going to see both the soldiers bombing, and Broking in onto May, going to find some decent damage. Not going to find the pick, however. May's down super weak. Mirror Man and Bear break as well, but Ash is going to get cleaned up. Meat Market going to be retreating out of mid. They do have about a 15% advantage, but again, they are down a couple players. They're on both soldiers, so they're going to be trying to repel the push from Chaos Control.
Yeah, and you saw Chaos Control spreading out really well, keeping them from being able to focus that damage Meat Market into any one area, and, the fight didn't work out for them, as the Ubers are going to be coming out. Corsa taking the lead is going to take out May, but we're going to see Mirror Man go down from Bro King, as both Ubers are now traded. It looks like things are going to be a little worse for Chaos Control at the end of it, as we're going to see the scouts be able to clean up the end of this fight.
Yeah, I think Corsa, despite the fact he had kind of a worse Uber, just had a better positioning for when the post-fight broke out. So you're going to see Meat Market pushing into Chaos Controls too. Looks like Bear and Moo are just going to skedaddle out of low. Going to be giving up to... You can see even Ubers because that was an exchange. But we are going to see Chaos Control relegated to their last. We're going to see Alpha spawn up on the Sniper. We're going to see just the cookie cutter classes on the side of Meat Market.
Yeah, and Alpha is a very accomplished sniper. I think that Meat Market is going to understand that he's a real force to be reckoned with, and they're going to be able to watch their viewpoints a little bit, because Snakewater does have some very long sight lines going in and out of last.
Indeed, so we are going to see Both teams kind of just building up their Ubers, kind of playing passive. Should be seeing a move out of Meat Market here shortly. They are taking lower, it looks like. They're sitting in lower lob, kind of rotating up, trying to avoid those sniper sight lines. We're going to see Broking picking the shutter, actually going to eat a fat direct from Mirror Man, just going to back off. But we're going to see Kyuki and Ash are going to be walking in. They're both going to clean up. Patty's going to go down, but Broking's in. Bear's going to surf away, but Sai's peeking the shutter. He's going to get the force out of Bear. But Sai Guy is so weak, so is Ninja Nick. Oh, and Sai Guy's going to go down. Ninja Nick has yet to pop his Uber. It's just Corsa and Ninja Nick. The 4-man into last. Looks like it is just Ninja Nick and Corsa on the side of Meat Market. They're rotating Saw side, meeting up with some of their spawns. It looks like Chaos Control is going to get out and get the cap on too.
Yeah, it seemed like Meat Market was just twiddling their thumbs a little bit and dropped down. As they do come back in with the Uber now, I assume they went through Saw, and they get a couple important picks on the May and Moo, and they're just going to be able to clean this up. The scouts are running around having their reign of it. Although Ninja Nick does go down, that's pretty huge, as it's going to keep them from being able to just roll into last as easily as you would have thought. Although spawns on soldiers are going to be coming up in 10 minutes, that's a long time. It's going to remain to be seen if May and Moo are able to hold off this push on their own.
Yeah, it's just Alpha and Bear trying to hold off. May is going to get a spawn in time, but it is a 4v3. Of course he's going to get into last. He's going to find Bear. Oh, and Patty's going to trade out the frag, but the damage is done. Bear's going to go down. And we are going to see Ninja Nick building up a small Uber. It is 3 down on the side of Meat Market. It is a 4v3 currently, but with the spawns of Kyuki and Broking coming in, it looks like Chaos Control. Oh, Chaos Control is still pushing out into 2 here. But it looks like the repush is going to come in from Meat Market.
Yeah,
and Alpha's going to go down early.
Aggressive bombs coming out of Meat Market. They're just taking this Bats area. They don't want Chaos Control to have any chance of getting the second point back. They may just try and go straight in from here. It looks like they're gearing up to go straight through Shutter and drop down. As Broking is actually going in, we may see picks coming out onto the soldiers of Chaos Control as people are going low. You see some players going down early from Meat Market. It remains to be seen if they're going to actually be able to clean this up. However, you did see Ninja Nick go down, but you're seeing the scouts of Chaos Control clean this up pretty effectively.
Yeah, a real scrappy DM fight into last. Meat Market pushed in on the left side from the defender's perspective, and the double soldier bomb from Chaos Control was able to find a lot. Ninja Nick went down really early, but Meat Market made it a really scrappy DM fight. They were able to find Bear. Ninja Nick has about a 30% advantage, and again, Meat Market's just re-pushing off the back of the spawns not being in for Chaos Control. Moo's gonna go down, but they're gonna trade out Corsa actually, but looks like Chaos Control doesn't have any positioning. They're gonna have to just opt to give up to. It looks like, oh, but Alpha's in from Bats. Alpha wants to fight this. He's gonna go down for the double soldier bomb. Batty's gonna jump in to trade out the frag, but he's gonna go down himself. It's 3 down on the side of Chaos Control. Moo's gonna be spawning shortly, but so is Corsa, and it looks like Meat Market has a 1-player ad along with the 30% Uber ad.
Yeah, it seems like Chaos Control were just a little too aggressive in trying to neutralize that Uber advantage, and you're going to see them have to defend this now with a 30% ad. However, spawns are up. Fights have not been going well for Meat Market so far. Let's see how they're able to do this one.
Yep, and we're going to see Chaos Control going to be cycling through Spawn. Bear's going to be the first death on this side. He's going to find that one. And it looks like Ash and Corsa are going to get a couple frags onto Patty and Alpha. It looks like the post fight is a lot better. Again, with Bear going down really early, they're able to just play their heals, and Meat Market's going to take the first round of this match.
Yeah, Bear went down, like you said, immediately the moment that fight started, and you know, with no heals, there wasn't really anything that Chaos Control could do to stop Meat Market from killing all of them.
Yep, so we are going to see our second mid here. We're going to see both of our demos rolling out. Sai is opting to roll out lower while May is going soft. It looks like Sai is a little bit faster in the mid, opting to play a little more passively this time. No big damage. It looks like Sai is getting the better of May once again. And we are going to see another passive mid out of Chaos Control. Broking in the other team's kitchen is going to be coming back out now. Mirror Man's going to be the first death along with Patty. Should be going down shortly. He's down to 21 HP in the other team's kitchen. Oh, but nobody's shooting at him. He gets a bunch of damage into Corsa. He's going to go down along with Alpha. Meat Market getting a big advantage on this mid with 3 players down on the side of Chaos Control.
Yeah, you saw some interesting play coming out of there. I saw a very intriguing bomb fake coming out of Ash there, but what really sealed out that fight for Meat Market was Broking. Playing that kitchen area, he got a lot of fantastic spam into the combo as they were trying to back out Sawmill, and it meant that they were able to really follow up and keep them from trying to re-engage.
Yep, so we are going to see Meat Market was able to roll their mid win into a push into 2, but it's going to be even Ubers. Bear was able to live on the mid. Looks like Kyuki is going to run back to spawn with the late dash of Ash, and he's going to opt to come up Sniper. We already see Alpha up on the counter Sniper, so we are going to see the Sniper v Sniper battle in last year.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty important because we know Alpha is a big fan of the sniper class, and how Kuki is able to try and fight this out with him is going to possibly set the tone for how these attempts are going to go.
Indeed, all three maps tonight are very sniper friendly. We're going to see Corsa and Broken prodding in from lower. Paddy's going to find the frag onto Corsa. With no scouts on the side of Meat Market, they should be opting it. We're going to see the counter sack in. Mirrorman was in, able to find a ton of damage onto Saigai and Ash, but not able to find much else.
Yeah, things are just kind of stagnating out a little bit. You know, this is what can happen when you have these double snipers. You're going to have to see who's able to get this first pick, who's able to work that advantage to themselves, because both of these players are playing their sight lines incredibly carefully.
Yeah, and Broken's going to find the pick on the Paddy. May's going to trade it out on that. And Alpha's going to get the pick on the Ash. Corsa's going to trade out the frag. Two picks on the side of for both teams here, but it looks like Kyuki's still up on the sniper. They are going to be prodding into last a little bit, it looks like. Yeah, Corsa's going to be just trying to make some space for his sniper. Kyuki's going to take a shot, not going to find anything, going to get pressured out by mid. The spawns are going to come up for both teams, and again, we are just going to see Alpha spawning up on the counter sniper. Funnily enough, I don't think either sniper's really had a great look at the other. I think they've just been getting picks on the opposing team's flank.
Yeah, it's a real shame that Meat Market wasn't able to do anything with that opportunity they had to themselves. If they'd been a little more aggressive with their remaining players, they really could have found Kuki some extra space. As Broking does go down to Alpha, Alpha being able to find one of the earlier picks in this fight. I'd like to see if they possibly do a counter sag with Mirrorman or Patty.
Yeah, he's going to be coming in from low. He's just spamming rockets. He gets a nice rocket onto Ninja Nick before he goes. Ninja Nick's just going to back up and get the pack. It doesn't look like Mirrorman's going to opt to go for this one.
Yeah, which was unfortunate. He had some great spam. Just a little bit of aggression from other parts of the map to try and distract other team members. He could have gotten a good bomb in there.
Indeed. So we are just going to see the sniper battle continue. It's going to be a test of wits. I mean, it is 1-0 for Meat Market, so I think they're going to be a little content playing this, considering they are up the one round. In theory, they don't have to get anything else in this match. We're going to see Corsa picking the drop down side, going to meet up with Paddy. Paddy's going to get a couple nice rockets into him, while Saigai and Ash peek lower. They're both going to go down. It's essentially a two-man sack, but both of those being spam classes, you should be seeing Chaos Control trying to push off this.
Yeah, and it looks like Alpha's already swapped back onto that scout. They have themselves a real opportunity. If they can get in or out before spawns are able to come back, which are going to be right now as Ash returns, looks like they've lost that opportunity. But you had most of Meat Market crammed into that little room. You could have gotten some real damage, possibly forced an Uber out, which would have let you retake second.
Yeah, and Broken's going to go down on the right side. He was just trying to peek into last a little bit. They're going to go down to Paddy. Yeah, I think Chaos Control's opted as soon as Mood died there that he wasn't going to commit. We're going to see Mirrorman counter snack into 2. He's going to go down to that one. Corsa able to deny him pretty effectively. It looks like Kyuki is walking back to spawn, so despite the fact that Kyuki really hasn't found anything on Sniper, we might see him go spy here or just go back to Scout, I'm wondering. Yeah, he's just going to opt to spawn back on Scout, so despite a pretty quiet presence, he's opting to just switch off. I would have liked to maybe seen him go spy, considering the fact that he didn't die. He could have just like disguised as a friendly sniper and tried to go into last off that. But we are going to see the Alpha Sniper for the Chaos Control defense, but other than that, we just see cookie cutter classes.
Yeah, and it is unfortunate. You and I both understand how long these last Snake Water holds can stall out. I'd like to see, if another push or two fails, I'd like to see a little more aggressive plays coming out of Meat Market. You're right, they do have the one round already. They kind of have the advantages, but, casting this kind of thing isn't a whole lot of fun, Nick.
Oh, yeah, we're going to see Saigai going to get the frag in the Mirrorman, and Alpha's going to get the pick on Broken. Chaos Control does have a one player. They are kind of prodding into lobby. They're looking for an exchange. They're going to get the pick on the Ash, but Ninja Nick is just straight out. He's out of 2, but they're actually going to last. Corsa is on last with Ninja Nick. They're actually going to back cap. I thought they had backed up into lower, towards mid, but they actually pushed into lower lobby and just Ubered into last. So we're going to see 2-0 for Meat Market here.
Yeah, the onus was really on Meat Market to try and make that happen because, as you saw, Chaos Control decided to take aggression into their own hands and try and push out into second, and they were handily punished for it. That's why usually you don't see that kind of stuff happening without a little bigger advantage than what they had.
Yep, so we're going to see our third mid here. Broke's going to go down super early. Ash going to be bombing in as well as going to find the pick onto Alpha, but with both soldiers down on the side of Meat Market, Chaos Control should be looking to try and get aggressive. Course is going to be eating a bunch of damage. Mirror Man going to find that damage, going to be trading it. It looks like Chaos Control's pushing forward. Course is going to go down. Meat Market. Oh, Meat Market's going to find the frag onto Bear. Super late death, but they're going to trade out the frag onto Ninja Nick. It's a 2v3, it looks like. And yeah, with the superior positioning of being together, Chaos Control is going to win out their first mid.
Yeah, it feels as though Chaos Control has been a little more aggressive on these mid fights. Meat Market has been doing a great job themselves, but you know, in these two different play styles, when approaching a mid can clash, you've been seeing Chaos Control come out for it a little better.
Yeah, we're going to see Broking hiding by the lower area. Alpha's going to run right past him. He doesn't even see. And all of Chaos Control's going to run right past him. Nobody's seen him. He's going to get in the Bear. He's going to find two rockets on the Bear. He's going to go down. Good patience out of Broking to not just go for the Alpha frag. He's going to get the, he's looking at the bigger picture. He's going to get Bear. Chaos Control looks like they're all inning onto Mirror Man and Patty are going to be jumping in, looking for the pick on the Ninja Nick. They're going to find everybody on the side of Chaos Control going down for it, though. But they got what they wanted. They got the pick on the Ninja Nick.
Yeah, that was a really well executed, if hectic sack for the Med. You know, all that matters in this situation is that they were able to get him. They were able to neutralize that Uber advantage, and you're going to see with Ninja Nick coming up in another few seconds, you know, maybe about a 20% ad for Chaos Control.
Yep, so we are going to see that. Chaos Control has a little bit of positioning on two. It's just Patty and Bear, but all of their spawns are going to be coming in. And it looks like Meat Market is just content to hold mid while they wait for their medic to roll out. Meat Market in this scenario last time actually tried to try push, and it looks like they're gearing up for the same thing in lower. They're kind of just pushing and prodding. Course is going to eat a ton of damage. A couple stickies from May. Course is down just a few HP. Moo's going to find the pick. And Broking's going to be trying to jump in from the saw side as well. It's going to be 2 down on the side of Meat Market. It looks like Chaos Control with their tight chokeholds are going to find the those 2 picks. They're going to repel the dry push, and they're going to be pushing into mid, trying to chase Meat Market out.
Yeah, you saw the Meat Market realize pretty early on that sacking Broking as well as Corso was really the wrong move. They backed out pretty quickly, and Chaos Control have a good opportunity for themselves here. They have an option to try and take second. Meat Market's getting some positioning on this train area. Ubers are even, but, you know, that's never stopped the TF2 team before.
Yep, and so we are going to see Broking's actually sitting in the forward spawn. He did get the forward spawn. He's just sitting in there for now. Kind of interesting positioning. I think he'd be a little more useful elsewhere, but we'll have to see what anything comes out of that. It's going to be on Chaos Control to try and make something happen here. They are down 2-0, but then and they do control mid, so they should be looking to try and make a play in to try and get a force on an engine. It looks like exactly that. Mirror Man's going to be in, going to jump in, going to barely. He's going to get a good first rocket on the Ninja Nick, but he's going to miss the air shot on that one. Alpha's going to get in to try and get some more damage. Ninja Nick went down to about 30 health there, but they were not able to get a forward.
Yeah, you're seeing some aggressive 2-man sacks coming out of both teams, and I do like it. However, when you have 2-man sacks, if they fail, then it kind of just turns the
and
state
Meat
of the
Market's
game
actually
around.
wrapping Chaos Control on the mid. Their flank was able to get in behind, and everybody's going to get in. And with the better Uber, they're going to find the pick on the Bear. It's 2 down, 3 down on the side of Meat Market, but with just the scouts up on Chaos Control, they are going to be having to... Oh, looks like Alpha and Moo want to fight this, though. They're prodding in Moo. They don't see Moo. Moo's in on the Ninja Nick. Going to find some decent damage down to 15 HP. Oh, but they're not able to find the frag. It was a really good coordinated play, but they just weren't able to find the damage on the Ninja Nick. I believe he went down to about 12 or 15 HP there, but just able to play the corners and get away from the 2 scouts. And Chaos Control's going to have to give up 2 off the back of that.
Yeah, they had themselves a pretty good opportunity here, but when you've got those scouts keeping them out, it's a little hard to keep yourself from being known like that. They weren't able to finish off Ninja Nick, although it was a great opportunity.
Yep, so we are going to see Chaos Control on their last once again. They are going to be breaking out the Alpha Sniper and the Moo Engineer. They do have about a 20% disadvantage, not even quite that. Although it does look like Meat Market's building a little bit better than them, so it is about a 25% advantage. And they're actually going to take it in on the defender's right side. They haven't spotted the gun, but they're going to find the gun pretty early. Both these scouts are going to live. They're going to switch off their off classes, looking for the post fight. We're going to see the dive bomb in. He's going to go down really quickly. They're going to find the frag on the Ash and May to follow. Forces down as well. Ninja Nick getting a little bit of cap time on the point, but Bear's going to find his Uber chart. They should be collapsing on the Q key. Oh, but Broking is in from the drop down. He's going to be baiting the point. It's going to go down shortly. He's going to find the trade frag on the Mirror Man. It's pretty unfortunate for Mirror Man. Pretty good rockets coming out of Broking, but It is a successful last hold for Chaos Control.
Yeah, Chaos Control did a pretty good job of baiting Meat Market there, where they'd been holding pretty aggressively with Alpha in the past, both with Alpha and May. When Meat Market got their Uber and they had that advantage, they just decided to go straight in on the left side. However, all they found was Alpha and a sentry gun.
Yeah, we're going to see the dry push out of Meat Market. Bear's going to be the first frag, along with Patty going down. May's going to go down. Brooking's going to die on the side of Meat Market, but the damage is done. Alpha's going to go down. QQ and Corsa to follow. It's just Mirrorman and Moo versus Ash and Saiga. Moo should be favored to win this one. Mirrorman's in the 1v1 against Saiga in lower. It's going to win that one out. And what I thought was going to be a successful push from Meat Market actually ends up being a successful defense and push into mid for Chaos Control. Although Chaos Control I don't think is actually going to get the cap onto mid. With the forward spawns coming out of Meat Market, they are going to just get some cap time and back up, opting to save their own lives.
Yeah, I've really been impressed with Moo's performance, you know, coming in just to playoffs when they haven't really been playing as much lately. They've been, you know, doing a lot of great things for this team in these last couple rounds.
Yeah, in these last couple DM fights as well, Mirrorman, her partner on the flank, has been doing really, really good as well.
Yeah, we are going to see things possibly even out a little bit. Both teams having about 60 to 70 Uber. You see Meat Market holding very conservatively. Both teams holding very conservatively. They're not really looking to trade spam. They're just looking to get their Uber, and then they'll worry about it once they have that.
Yep, so we are going to see Meat Market in control of mid. They did have about a 10% advantage. Nothing they can really push off of unless you're getting really greedy. But we are going to see both the soldiers as well as the demo looking at the saw side, along with both the scouts looking at lower. So it's a pretty standard second hold for Chaos Control. Saigai, Brooking, and Corsa are going to be kind of prodding into lower. And it looks like QQ and Ash are going to run in from the saw side. It's going to be a decent rocket out of Mirrorman to deny Ash. Mirrorman's going to go down for it, but they're going to get the pick onto QQ. Brooking's in onto May as well. They're going to be trading out that frag. So we're going to see 3 down on the side of Chaos Control, and it looks, or no, I'm sorry, for Meat Market, and Chaos Control is going to be trying to push into mid here.
Yeah, and I'm liking these. Oh, May just goes down to a Saigai trap. Kind of forgotten about that. I think that was a blind deck, because it was over here by the catwalk area. I'm liking these multi-person big sacks coming out of Meat Market. You know, they're not always working, but it's something you're not seeing as often these days, and I like the aggression.
Meat Market is notorious for being very, very aggressive, and they're going to be trying to look for a pick and low. Ash and QQ are going to go down, but they're actually going to get the force out of Bear, and Meat Market is going to get a significantly better oop. Of course, they're going to be looking for the frags, but the positioning from Chaos Control is pretty far back. They're actually going to be kind of re-pushing into the Mirrorman's going to be the first step here, along with Alpha. But with QQ and Ash down, it's going to be evening out. And Patty's going to find the frag on the Ninja Nick. Saigai to follow. Moo claiming that frag. Brooking's going to bomb in, trying to find the salvage, but he's going to go down. It's just Corsa out of the remainder from Meat Market going to be meeting up with spawns on, and they're all going into kitchen. Oh, and they're going to be wrapping Chaos Control. Ash and QQ are going to be trying to go behind. Corsa's just distracting on mid.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Ash and QQ do here, because it looks like Chaos Control don't realize that they're there in kitchen.
Yep, and QQ's going to be going for a play on the point. He's in, and the Bear is going to find 1 shot, 2 shots. Going to get Bear down to about half HP. Ash is in as well. Bear's going to start Bear down to 1 HP. Oh, he's barely going to live on that one. Broking's going to be bombing in, looking for the frag. But he's not going to find... Oh, he's going to miss the 1 rocket he had a chance on. And QQ's actually going to find the frag onto May. Oh, QQ's going to find 3, collecting Patty as well. Mirrorman's going to end that spree, but huge plays coming out of the flank players from Meat Market, making this interesting. The spawn advantage is in advantage of Chaos Control. They're going to be pushing back in. Alpha's going to eat a pipe and a sticky from Saigai. Saiga's going to be bombing in, looking for the pick onto Bear. Not going to find that one. They're going to get the force out. Ninja Nick doesn't quite have his Uber, but he's pretty far back. It's going to be safe to leave with Corsa out of Saw. And Chaos Control looks like they're finally going to stabilize on mid, but with Ninja Nick about to be up on his Uber, we should see them pushing shortly.
Yeah, we're going to see Uber's leapfrog a little bit. I just want to reiterate how incredible of a surf that was out of Bear, landing on top of that upper area after surfing the rocket. As Broking is going to come in with an Uber of his own. The Uber fades, and you're going to see, you know, a couple soldiers going down from Chaos Control, and that's going to easily turn the fight in Meat Market's favor.
Yep, so we're going to see 3 up on the side of Chaos Control. They do have about a 25% advantage, but they are down 3. Moo's going to get her spawn, but they have no soldiers for another 5 seconds. Looks like Meat Market's getting their spawns onto mid. Doesn't look like they're going to go for anything too aggressive. And again, we see QQ and Ash positioned in Chaos Control's kitchen, maybe looking for a play for... while Chaos Control tries to push into mid with their Uber app.
Yeah, and they're not really going to have much of an Uber ad to go off of, although it looks like they are going to go off of it, as Moo is going in through kitchen with Patty, and they're just going to go straight into Saw, trying to get the early pop onto Ninja Nick. As they do get it, you're going to see Bear backing off now, as Corsa and Sai come in with a vengeance. As Corsa's going to easily chase down Bear. Moo actually does take down Sai in the back, and things are going to kind of wrap up with Chaos Control winning this. It's looking really good for them, as it's just Ash and Kuki up.
Yeah, they were able to get their flank in behind, and the collapse from Chaos Control was able to find the frag. With the flank going down from Meat Market really early, they were able to just get behind and get those picks. And even though Bear was one of the first deaths in that fight, post Uber, he was able to bait Meat Market back into mid, and they were able to collapse on them. So we are going to see about a 10% advantage on the side of Bear. And Chaos Control is going to control mid, while Meat Market is relegated to their 2.
Yeah, and there's not going to be much that they're able to do with this Uber advantage. But I think that if we see some more aggressive plays coming out of these teams, we should see things start happening a little sooner rather than later.
Indeed, Chaos Control is down 2-0. That is something to consider. I'm not exactly sure about how much time is left. I'd guess in the ballpark about 10 minutes. But again, they are down 2-0, so in order to tie this game up, they are have to even things up. They're going to be trying to push in from the Saw side. They are going to go off this. It's only about a 10% advantage. Patty and Moo going to be taking this one, and they're going to be pushing into Lob. Broking and Corso are going to be really aggressive. Patty going to find a really nice rocket onto Broking, a nice upward direct on Broking on the pipe, but he's going to go down for it, and Moo's going to die as well. It looks like Bear's going to make it out to the safety of his demo and such on mid, but Maeve going down as well from the Ninja Nick Uber, and they are just going to have to give up mid.
Yeah, they went with their aggressive push, but you didn't really see Bear take much ground more than, getting out of Saw. It meant that he didn't have the heals on his team, and his team, who was playing on this bridge area, were not really putting enough of a presence in towards that battlements area where Meat Market were hanging out, and it meant that they were able to pop their push Chaos Control back without too much of an issue, and now you see that the point has flipped in this way.
Yep, and so I'm being told by production there's about 6 minutes left in this half. We are going to see the Kuki Engineer out of Chaos Control, so it looks, or I'm sorry, I like Chaos Control on Meat Market. He's got a sentry up in the Chaos Control kitchen, and Chaos Control on there too. Doesn't really look like they're in a position to do much about this. Although it looks like Patty's going to be taking exchange into mid with Moo. They're going to be getting the force off, but Alpha's going to go down to the Kuki Engineer. The gun going to be finding that one, and Bear's going to go down, not finding the better end of that exchange. With Mirrorman and Patty to follow, it's just May left alive on Meat Market. He's in his own Saw. Of course, is going to find him, going to get him with the easy 3 shot. And with nobody down on the side of Meat Market, it's going to be a clean wipe for Chaos Control.
Kuki still has his sentry. He's bringing it up to second point. He's bringing it up to last. How aggressive is he going to go with this?
He's pushing into last as an engineer with a level 3. Going to be putting up the gun on the left side from his perspective. He's going to see a really nice shot out of Broking on the mirror, and he's going to go down for a Patty. Can trade it out. Kuki and Ash are going to go down along with the sentry gun. May going to be switching to the lock and load to find those. Side's going to find a nice pipe onto Alpha to trade out the frags. 3 down for both teams, but Broking's going to find his spawn. And it looks like we're going to finally stabilize. Ninja Nick has about a 35% advantage, but they are going to be just holding last our Chaos Control, while Meat Market are going to be recollecting on Chaos Controls too.
I want to say that Meat Market was a little too aggressive about the way that they pushed with that sentry, but I think that there's also 3.5 minutes left in the half, and they kind of understand the position that they're in.
Yep, so we're going to see the Uber into last. Course is going to find the frag onto Mirrorman. Saiga's going to get the gun. They're going to be trying to pressure the point. The collapse is going to come in. Saiga's going to get the pick onto Baradactyl, but Ninja Nick, Ash, and Corsa all going down. Patty and Alpha to follow. It's just May and Moo versus Kuki, Broking, and Saiga. Going to see if they can win out this DM fight. Broking and Moo are going to go down. It's just Kuki on the point. May not able to find the frag, and it's going to be a 3-0 half for Meat Market.
Yeah. That was something. I like what they were doing at the end with Meat Market's aggression. I think that first of all, I want to say that obviously Chaos Control are having difficulty closing out these points, which is a shame because DM wise they're easily as capable as Meat Market. I think that they need to try and match Meat Market's aggression here because Meat Market has really been relentless in the way that they've been attacking these points, and it means that with Chaos Control not willing to match them to put up the same, they're not able to keep up with them really.
Yeah, and we did see some good adaptations from Chaos Control later into the half. I know a couple times earlier in the half that the Meat Market crew was able to kind of just dry push into 2 and just throw their DM weight around, but we did see them adjust and hold a little bit closer, and as you said, it is a very, very close. We've seen the DM fights go back and forth between these teams, and I think we've seen them go very one-sided in either way, just depending on a couple of rockets or a few points of spam damage, so it's been really, really close for the most part. I think the big thing, though, is that I think Corsa's been getting a lot of really, really good Ubers in comparison to what we've been seeing out of Chaos Control. I think for the most part, when exchanges happen, I think Corsa's kind of getting the better of those. And I think that's really, really hurting them, because I know Patty's a big fan of taking exchanges, and we've seen it 3 or 4 times that they've taken exchanges, and then Corsa's gotten the better post.
Yep. I'm looking at stats here, Nick. Who do you think our top fraggers are from each team? Who do you think's putting in the most work?
If I had to take a guess, it would probably be Moo and Corsa.
You are correct. Moo and Corsa are even at 28 frags apiece in 3 rounds.
Yep, and we are going to see the second half is going live. What adaptations do you think Chaos Control has to make in order to win more of these mids? Because they did win 1 out of 3 last time, so...
Well, I think it's interesting. Chaos Control has actually been more aggressive on mids compared to Meat Market. So if they can keep doing that and they can try and manage the flank players from Meat Market a little better as they hold these defensive positions, you may see them have a little more success. As their soldiers
see
are
a really aggressive double bomb out of Ash and Broken. They're going to get Bear. They're both going to go down. Chaos Control has really, really good health. They're going to be trying to surge forward, but it looks like the rest of Meat Market is just going to be out of mid. They are content with the Uber advantage. They are straight out of there. Looks like they're gearing up to try and repush from Catwalk, it looks like. They are just sitting in their saw. Kyuki and Co are trying to prod forward. Looks like we're going to see some sneaky positioning out of Patty and Mirror Man. We're going to see Corsa and Ninja Nick coming in from the Catwalk. We're going to see the double soldier bomb. They're going to get the 4. Patty's going to be in. Gonna get that one off the back of the distraction from Mirrorman. We're gonna see the reverse where the 2 soldiers are down on the side of Chaos Control now.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic. Just as I was commenting on how much less aggressive Meat Market is on these mid fights, you see them with these huge bombs going in and picking off Bear pretty much immediately.
Yep, and we are gonna see Bear with about a 25% advantage. Broking went down after the force. They kind of chased him into 2. He went for a high bomb, got denied by the scouts, and May was able to sticky snipe him in lower before he could get away. So we are going to see Chaos Control just building up their Uber. They are building a little bit better than Meat Market, it looks like, so their advantage is about a little bit closer to 30% now. And so we're going to see Chaos Control going lower into mid. Patty's going to go down to a trap from Saiga. Broking going to be distracting as well. It looks like Chaos Control really wasn't able to find much, and Ash on the backlines causing a huge distraction. It's down pretty weak, down to about 50 HP. He's going to escape through lower, and we're going to see Ninja Nick up on his Uber. Oh, and it looks like he ate a trap from May. Doesn't end up dying, went down to about 10 health, and they're going to pop in. Bear's going to go down, Broking's going to go down, and Ash's going to get the frag onto Mirror Man with 2 down on the side of Chaos Control, one of the frags being Bear. Looks like Meat Market's going to get 2, and they may try and roll this in the last while Chaos Control has no heals.
Yeah, it was a little unfortunate the way that fight rolled out. Well, you do have both scouts, and you have Ash coming in aggressively onto Chaos Control, and they're just going to be able to take this point without too much resistance. Although if there is any resistance, it's going to be coming out of Alpha, going to be coming out of May, and they recently spawned Mirror Man, but that's not going to be enough. Meat Market's going to take that round without too much difficulty.
Yep, and we're going to see 4-0, so Chaos Control on match point here. Again, we did see these teams play, and it was a very similar scoreline in the regular season. But with experienced veterans such as Patty, we should be looking to see some changes on the on these mid fights. And it looks like everybody is on default items, according to the server chat. So we are going to see some old-fashioned TF2 for this final mid. And so it looks like Meat Market doesn't really have any positioning. Looks like they were more concerned about their items. We're gonna see Chaos Control getting a little more aggressive positioning, but the soldier bombs out of Ash and Broking gonna be opening this. Ash gonna get melted by both scouts, not even gonna hit the floor. And we're gonna see the re-aggression out of Chaos Control. They're gonna be chasing Meat Market into lower. Everybody on the side of Meat Market is so weak. Kyuki's gonna go down, and it looks like everybody else is gonna escape on the side of Meat Market. It's gonna be a mid win for Chaos Control.
Yeah, you saw the big bombs coming out of Meat Market. You saw one coming out of Ashstrom's kitchen. You saw one coming over the top from Broking. Didn't really work out. They got blocked pretty well, and that just meant that
we saw the exchange in lower. We're gonna see Patty go down, but Corsa and Ninja Nick are gonna follow. Mirrorman and Alpha claiming those frags, but they're gonna go down as well. Broking and Sai gonna trade those out. Broking down. It's a 3v3. It's just Bear and Move versus Saigai and Kyuki now, and it looks like Kyuki's gonna win that one. It's just gonna be Bear running away on mid. He does have about 25% Uber, and he is pretty far away, but Saigai's going to be jumping in, and Kyuki's determined to chase this one down. Bear's going to meet up with Patty. It looks like Kyuki's going to back off a little bit. Kyuki getting a little bit of cap time on mid, sizing up some traps, but with the spawns coming in for Chaos Control, it looks like they should be holding on to this midpoint.
Yeah, but we kind of have Patty versus the world right now, finally getting a little bit of support from Mirrorman and Alpha, as they're going to be able to push out Kyuki and Saigai without too much resistance, although if they are going to be getting any, it's going to be now, as you see Meat Market coming back in through lower, but it looks like they're just going to back off and let Ubers build a little bit.
Yep, and it looks like items are returning to the people those who are dying. Bear's gonna have about a 35% Uber. They're gonna be taking in Patty and Patty and Moo gonna be leading this one in. They're gonna get a ton of damage. Kyuki's gonna go down. They're gonna be looking for the frag onto Ninja Nick. Broking's gonna go down on the back lines. He was caught in 2 still. With 2 down on the side of Meat Market. Ninja Nick doesn't quite have his Uber. We should see Chaos Control trying to prod in last, and we're going to see exactly that. Both the scouts in from the shutter. Going to be trying to pressure this one in, but with Ninja Nick having his Uber, we're going to take it right back in. But we're going to see point pressure. Patty and Ko are going to be on the point. They're going to get so much cap time. They're not going to quite fight. Mirrorman's going to be bombing it. Oh, he finds so much damage onto Ash and Saigai, neither of which are going to go down. A nice pipe from Saigai is going to finish him off, and we're going to see Meat Market pushing into 2.
Yeah, you saw, sorry, I was looking at chat. You saw Saigai come up, and he actually just walked out, dropped a couple stickies on point, was able to stop Mirrorman and Move from capping that point. Rather, Patty and Move from capping that point. You saw some hero plays trying to be made by Mirrorman, but unfortunately he was not able to follow through with that.
Yeah, we've seen some absolutely insane air shots this game. Patty's hit a couple, and Saigai has been hitting pipes all night. Could be really aggressive, and so he's actually going to get caught out alone. Meat Market was not in a position to support Sai, who was really aggressive and saw. Corsa has just spawned, so it's essentially 2 down for this mid fight. Patty's going to be bombing in, going to get a nice rocket onto Ninja Nick. Patty and Alpha eating a bunch of damage, but they're going to get the force onto Ninja Nick. Bear only at about 80%, going to be backing up onto his bridge for 2. Bear at about 95%, they're going to be looking to take this Uber back in. Alpha's going to go down. They have no scouts on the side of Chaos Control. Bear's going to get forced, and it looks like Mirrorman and Patty are going to be looking for the frag and a Broke. Oh, a really close rocket at a Mirrorman, almost airshotting Broken. Patty's going to find a nice direct effort he lands. But Mirrorman and Patty are going to go down. Corsa and Kyuki going to take this back in, going to be winning out this DM fight. May's going to go down super late. Bear's super weak, but he's going to meet up with Moo. They're going to retreat back to the spawn and meet up with Alpha, but looks like Meat Market is just going to be rolling this one into last.
Yeah, it's unfortunate how much pressure Meat Market is putting on Chaos Control, because for all the Uber advantages that they have, if they can't pop it the way that they want to, they're never going to be able to take the fights that are advantageous for them. That's going to be round 5, and Meat Market's going to take that 5-0.
Yeah, right at the very end, Sai found 2 really late pipe frags, and then he was able to airshot Patty before he was able to jump in onto the point. Again, Sai going huge with the pipe, his DM prowess showing. It's going to be a 5-0 for Meat Market. Bill, what went wrong for Chaos Control on this map?
Well, I think a big aspect of it was momentum. You know, they weren't feeling it as well as they were in the first half, because in the first half, again, they were doing great, but you know, be it psychologically or mentally, things just weren't moving forward as well for them. Although you did see some good things coming out. You know, Meat Market had control of the match. They had control of what they wanted to do and when, and it just meant that they were able to take those 2 extra rounds without too much difficulty.
For sure. So we are going to be moving on to, I believe, Gully Wash is our second map. Gully Wash is indeed our second map. So historically, this has been a very good map for Meat Market's old, albeit with very different rosters in the past, but this is notoriously a very good Bro-King map. So we're going to be seeing that up next. I think for the most part, though, I think we are going to see a little bit better showing out of Chaos Control, considering this is their map pick. And I know Patty and Mirrorman, we saw a lot of coordination out of them on this map, a little bit more so than Ash and Broking. Ash and Broking kind of did their own things as like Pocket and Roamer respectively, but I know Patty and Mirrorman were kind of coordinating a lot more, especially on the mids, and I'd like to see that kind of come through on the next map.
Yeah, I agree. I think that when you look at Broking and Ash, never mind, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, Nick.
That's all good, it happens. So we are going to see this server going down. I don't know if we want to take a peek at the stats, if we want to dissect those. I mean, it was a 5-0, so we do have to take the stats with a pretty large grain of salt, but we can kind of pick at those a little bit while we wait for the second map.
Yeah, I think, I was talking about it just a bit before the half ended. You still see Corsa leading in frags and pulling about, man, that's got to be like 290 DPM, 39 frags across those 5 rounds, followed closely by Moo with 35 frags. And those are the big kill counts. But as for damage, you're going to see, May, and you're going to see Ash actually. Oh, no, Psy has like 360 DPM.
I was going to say, Psy was hitting pipe
frags.
after pipe, so... Yeah, unfortunately not able to look at the stats as well, because I mashed F5 a little bit too hard while we were waiting for the our 70-minute delay for servers, so...
Be patient, Nick. They'll come to you. Don't worry.
Someday.
Alright, well... Yeah,
I think we are going to throw it to a real quick break while we wait for the second map. That's about all I've got, so we will be back in just a couple short minutes, hopefully not another 80-minute delay waiting for map 2, and we'll be back shortly with CP Gullywash. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be continuing our cast of ESEA Invite Playoffs. This is the lower bracket round 1 still. We are on map 2 between Meat Market and Chaos Control. We saw a 5-0 on Snakewater as a map 1. We're going to be here on map 2, which is CP Gullywash.
Yeah, and you know what I like about Gullywash, Nick?
What do you like about Gullywash, Bill?
Snipers. This is a real big sniper map. A little more than Snakewater.
Indeed,
I think we're going to see Alpha having himself a good time here.
Yes, we did see a lot of sniping on Alpha in the first map. Most of it was on his own last, but we might see some more opportunities for some aggressive sniping. And I didn't mention it before, but Meat Market actually has 2 really, really good snipers in Ash and Corsa. We didn't see either of them snipe on the last map. We saw Kyuki pick up the sniper rifle and try and counter snipe Alpha. And for the most part, I think Alpha kind of got the better of him, although I don't think they really ever had like any proper sniper v snipers. I think they were kind of just taking pot shots at the opposition's flank. So we do have 12 in server. We are just waiting for them to ready up. So who do you think are the players to watch on these mids, Bill? What do you think the mid strand's going to be for both these teams?
I'm going to be honest. Last map, I was really liking what Patty's doing. And I'd like to see what kind of stuff he's able to pull off on this map. With this mid that is vitally important for soldiers, having such a disparity between the upper and lower levels, you see, bombs coming out of these soldiers being paramount to winning these mids.
Indeed, we did see a player drop from the server. I'm trying to figure out who that is really quick. It looks like it was Broking. Yes. According to the server chat, he is restarting very, very quickly due to some internet issues. So we are going to be slightly more delayed on top of our server delays, but I agree with you. I think that this mid is very, very soldier dominant. I think getting a value out of your soldier bombs is kind of key to doing well on these mids, along with making sure that on the other side that if your scouts have any opportunities to shut it down, that they do. But I think for the most part, being able to execute a very, very good soldier bomb in a way that the scouts really can't shut you down is kind of key to winning this mid.
Yeah, I want to clarify. I don't think that this is a soldier dominant mid, but I think that soldiers are extremely important. Because I'm going to be real honest. If you're a soldier and you're trying to get up onto this mid area, there's a good chance that a scout is just going to click on you and say no thank you. But if you can get up, then it's super important because you'll have that high ground, you'll have that bomb opportunity that puts you kind of on even ground with these scouts.
Indeed. So this map is also very very spam oriented. I think for the most part, I think making sure whatever you do as a soldier isn't, I wouldn't say overly aggressive, but like you're doing things correctly without putting yourself in a position to be punished by the scouts. I think this map can be very challenging as a scout if the soldiers are doing things correctly. But I think on the other side of things, like doing things as a soldier, if you're not doing it intelligently, can be very easy to shut down.
Yeah, I agree. And speaking of soldiers avoiding spam and doing things intelligently, as we get into the second and third points of Gully Wash, or the fourth and fifth points, I guess, of Gully Wash, things get incredibly combo oriented as you have these tight hallways. People are walking through these small doorways, and it becomes a matter of how well you can get your players in, how long you can wait before popping your Uber, and how much of an advantage you can build yourself before you can get over to the point to cap.
Yep, and I know since Patty is a large fan of the taking exchanges is fairly popular amongst most teams on this map, and I'm sure we'll see Patty take an opportunity to take an exchange or two. And I think more so compared to Snakewater, this map, you can find a lot of opportunities to fake like you're holding close and then back up when the other team tries to take an exchange. I think on Snakewater is a little less opportunity. I think almost no matter what, if the other team wants to take an exchange, they'll get an exchange out of it. Whereas I think on Gully Wash, there's a lot more opportunities to take an exchange, and if you play it intelligently and back up at the correct times, you can actually make it so one team pops their Uber and you don't have to pop your Uber back into them.
Yep. So here's what I'm going to say. I want to see out of Chaos Control if they want a chance of keeping us going. I want to see some fat Ubers out of Patty. I want to see some big headshots out of Alpha. And I want to see Mirror Man trying to use some of these clever spots that you can find hidden around Gully Wash to try and wait and do something. Because I've been seeing he likes to play the sneaky game. He likes to try and go in aggressive sometimes, maybe when it's not the most opportune. But he does make things happen. He does hit his shots, and I'd like to see him try and use some of the quirks of this map to his advantage.
Yep, and I think we saw Broking do a little bit more effectively on Gully Wash. I think for the most part, I think we saw a little more value out of the flank in general on Meat Market. I think during the team fights where they were 6 up, I think Chaos Control did a really good job. But I think when it came down to it, when the flanks kind of ran into each other before the team fights happened, I think that the Meat Market flank was kind of getting the better of the Chaos Control flank. And so that's why we kind of saw these like really rapid changes in how team fights were going. Because when it was 6v6, I think Chaos Control did a little bit better job of coordinating and collapsing with their flank. But I think when it came down to just raw DM fights, we saw Meat Market kind of come out a little bit on top.
Yeah, I agree. Meat Market has been a lot more effective at playing the advantages they're able to engineer for themselves. And I think Chaos Control needs to be a little smart in that aspect about it.
Indeed. So we are still waiting on Broking to rejoin the server. We are just seeing both teams just running around DMing.
Yeah.
The greatest debate of the century. It's the Broking April Fool's prank. Get all 12 in the server, start readying up, and boom.
Not even April Fool's. Well, it's like 10 minutes.
Depends on your time zone. If you're in the Eastern time zone, you're technically free, but
I still got 10 minutes to make a joke. Oh, God. I need some ideas, Nick.
So, I did not come prepared with any jokes, unfortunately.
Right. Oh, man. So did you hear about that Banny guy?
I have not heard about this Banny guy. Do intrigue me.
So I hear he's pretty good at TF2.
I've never heard of Banny.
I hear he makes a living off of it. So that's pretty funny.
Pro video game player, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, really? Video games on TV?
On Twitch.tv.
On ESPN? What next? We gonna have cats marrying dogs or whatever?
See the total chaos. Oh, we are gonna see Broking join back in the server, so we should see the two teams ready up quickly.
I hope it's quickly.
Hopefully. Yeah, Broking is ready. Who's not ready? We've had 3 minutes. My ISB almost granted you mercy, says Broking in the chat. Quick, get Speedy off the Chaos Control roster and onto the Meat Market roster.
Man, I wish I was in the ESEA client so I could see what Who we're waiting on.
Yeah, I'm gonna be calling them out. They've had ample time to get ready.
Whoever you are.
It looks like Psy Guy is AFK in spawn, so I believe that would be the no, Psy ready.
Psy readied up.
Bear readied up. Oh, but he's not the only one. I think that's the next thing I gotta bring to TFTV cast. I think I gotta come. Oh, and Ash is gonna ready. So we are gonna be going live. Who do you think is gonna be the player to watch on this first mid here, BILLDOZER?
Oh my gosh, I would like to see what Moo does here, because she was doing a lot last game. She was putting a lot of big numbers up, and I'd like to see how this mid goes for her.
I would agree with that one. I think the scouts are going to be in a hot position to try and contest the soldiers on both teams. So we're going to see the rollouts happening. Looks like May is going to be opting to go choke, and it looks like Saiga is going to be going his own big door. May going to eat an early sticky out of Sai. Sai going to get a lot of early damage on the May. Broking's going to go up, drop down. And we're just going to see Chaos Control taking their own side, while it looks like Meat Market tried to go the other team's side, but it's a disaster on the side of Meat Market. 5 down for them. It's just Ash in his own choke point. Patty and Moo went down on the side of Chaos Control, but it looks like Chaos Control is going to get the better. They don't have anybody capping mid. They all committed to trying to chase Ash out of 2, so they're going to see a pretty long delay here, but Bear has about an 80% Uber advantage, so by the time they get capped up and everything, it shouldn't matter too much.
Yeah, that was an almost immediate roll in favor of Chaos Control. What you saw happen was Meat Market tried to get up through this little area on the right, and they hesitated. Corsa kind of hanging out on top, and they were summarily punished for it as Chaos Control collapsed on them, and were able to clean up just about all of them, with the exception of Ash.
Yep, so we are going to see Chaos Control in upper from their perspective, trying to be making their way down the riverside. They are trapped from Saiga, and Saiga is going to get a pipe on top of Moo's head. She's going to end up cratering out. Looks like Chaos Control wants to go anyway. Ninja Nick's at 90%. QK just going to be healing up a sentry gun. Chaos Control has not found anything. They're going to finally find the sentry. Alpha's just going to cap it out, though.
Oh
Saiga was underneath the point, and Broking and Ash were looking for picks outside of the Uber, and nobody was in a position to contest the point. QQ's healing is gone, and he was just able to run onto the point with the last flash of the Uber. It's going to be 1-0 for Chaos Control.
Alright, that was well played. I'll give that to Alpha. That's going to be the first point that Chaos Control takes in this series. We're going to see if they can keep going with it.
Yep, so we're going to see May eating a lot of early damage again. It looks like Meat Market's going to opt to go their own side. Pat is going to be in. He's going to get the pick on the course. Looks like... Oh, but 3 are going to go down the side of Chaos Control. Ash and Brooking going to trade out, but Mirror Man finding 2. He's going to find both the soldiers. May is going to get QK. Sai Guy is going to trade out for his demo counterpart. This is going to be Sai Guy and Ninja Nick versus Mirror Man and Bear. But it looks like they're just out. Ninja Nick is in his own spawn. He is just... he left that mid early, I guess. And so we're going to see Bear with about a 20% Uber advantage, but it's just Sai Guy on mid. He's going to be meeting up with the spawns of Corsa, but it looks like it's going to be a Meat Market mid.
Yeah, you saw Ninja Nick escape through Big Door, and you actually saw Bear hit a fantastic arrow onto him, getting him down to about 10 or 15 health. I don't know if Bear and Mirror Man realized that they had won that mid. They had the freedom to kind of just walk forward and kill Sai, but I guess they didn't know because they left.
Yep, so we are going to see the Chaos Control holding there too, while Meat Market is holding mid. We are going to see May is actually on the lock and load. I noticed on the first mid I have yet to point it out, but May is actually using the lock and load, and we're going to see Mirror Man, May, and Alpha kind of holding down the big door with the rest of Chaos Control holding in. We're going to see a huge bomb out of Ash. He's going to try and find some damage onto Bear. He's going to find 1 rocket. He's not going to find the second. Broking is going to go in as well. He's going to die to the stickies from May. So we're going to see 2 soldiers. Mirror Man's actually in behind. He is behind the other team in their choke. I don't know. It looks like they're aware of him. He's spamming rockets at them. Going to be trying to split their attention. Corsa's going to get down to about 26 HP. Oh, he's super weak. And they're going to end up dropping Sai Guy. Bear's going to be Ubering into mid. And it looks like Ninja Nick's going to pop his Uber. He's going to meet up with Corsa and QQ. They're going to find positioning on the point here, but with no demo on the side of Meat Market, and with Ninja Nick's Uber's fading, yep, we're going to see Chaos Control instantly pushing back, and Broking's going to be trying to stuff it. He's going to get the pick on the May. Ash is going to go down, but Broking's going to die as well. They're going to trade out the demo, but both soldiers are going to go down. It's just going to be the scouts on Meat Market trying to delay for Sai Guy to come in, but Ninja Nick, QQ, and Corsa are going to go down. It's just Sai up for Meat Market.
Yeah, Alpha did a great job of distracting Meat Market there. You got a lot of damage out onto Ninja Nick, and it just meant that even though that initial first re-engage did not go very well for Chaos Control, they were able to just walk through and give it another shot. I want to just say real quick, I don't know exactly why May is using the lock and load, but if I had to guess, with the knowledge that Meat Market is going to be using that engineer defense that they weren't really able to break last round, regardless of them winning it, the lock and load may be a little more effective at breaking through a sentry.
Indeed, and we are going to see the engineer defense out once again. Bear does have about a 75% uber range. It's going to be dwindling as they go. Ash is going to come out of the forwards. One's going to go down. Mirrorman's going to collect that one. They're going to get a pretty early force. Both the soldiers on Chaos Control are going to spam down the gun. Bear's going to go down and trade for broking. Great pressure on the point, and they're just going to cap it out once again. Alpha onto the point, and nobody's able to contest for Meat Market. It's going to be 2-0 for Chaos Control.
I'm liking this new Chaos Control that I'm seeing.
Yeah, we are seeing an entirely different game out of them. We are going to see our third mid fight. They've traded mids so far, but I think the second one technically should have gone in favor of Chaos Control. We are going to see a really aggressive double soldier bomb out of the side of Chaos Control. Ninja Nick's going to be the first death, trading out for Mirrorman. Patty's going to go down, getting the frag onto QQ with a little bit of help from Alpha. Broking's going to be bombing in, trying to find the return frag. Alpha, Mirrorman, Alpha, Baradactyl, Moo, and May going to go down. May found the frag onto Broking before it was over, but in the end, Meat Market's going to be winning out that mid.
Yeah, I like the double bomb that Chaos Control had going into the enemy big door, but both soldiers got distracted by a scout, and that scout, you know, they kind of got pinched there by the scout and the players coming out of big door. And then after that, Broking got a great bomb in onto all the players on that small pack in choke, and that just easily gave Meat Market the advantage.
Yeah,
and
and Ash is actually in the Chaos Control water area. I don't know if anybody's aware of him. He's going to be trying to peek up, it sounds like. You hear Alpha building up a sentry gun, but Ninja Nick has about a 15% uber advantage. Ash is just going to clear the stickies and get onto the point. He's going to get a ton of damage. He's going to get a ton of cap time. Mirrorman's going to punish that. Corsa's going to go down, trading out for Patty. And Moo's going to be taking a ton of damage onto Broking. Broking's going to go down as well. We're going to see 3 down on the side of Meat Market. Bear doesn't quite have his uber, but by the time anybody's in a position to contest him, he's going to have it.
Yeah, I liked what Ash was doing there. I think it was a good idea. I think when he went down, Meat Market wanted a little too badly to try and make the most of that cap time. It meant that while they were trying to find a way into that point, they weren't able to, and actually ended up dying for it, which gave Chaos Control this opportunity, which hasn't really worked out for them, but, you know, that doesn't make it good.
Yep, we're going to see 3 down. Bear's going to go down as well. May's on to just 2 HP. He's going to end up cratering out. It's just Alpha and his gun versus the world. He's going to be trying to get the frag on the Burke. They're going to be storming in from main. Mirrorman's going to get his spawn, but doesn't look like he's going to get out in time to contest. It's going to be a 2-1 game. Chaos Control still in a lead, but Meat Market able to get around.
Yeah, they're going to need to tighten up that defense a little bit. Their defense very well could still be a problem for them. You know, we've only really seen them on offense here. So
Yep.
I think
Sweet.
that they'll be able to pull it out.
Yep, we are going to see our 4th mid. Both demos rolling out into their choke. We're going to see a really aggressive bomb on Patty going to be jumping onto the point. Mirrorman getting some pushing on his side as well. We are going to see 6 stack on Meat Market, or no, I'm sorry, on Chaos Control side. And Bear's going to be the first death on the mid. Psy Guy just able to get him with some sticky spam. We're going to see the double soldier bomb out from Chaos Control. Both are going to go down. And Mirrorman's going to find the frag on the Ninja Nick. Alpha, Mirrorman, and Patty are going to go down. Moo's going to die. It's Kyuki and Psy Guy, both pretty hurt versus a relatively healthy May. Psy Guy's going to be getting a couple stickies out. It's going to be down to 60 HP. Kyuki's down to 33 HP though, so just about anything May does to him is going to kill him. And Psy Guy is one fightable at 83 HP. But it looks like May's going to just opt to back out. Oh, he's going to find the pipe on the side. He's so weak. And May's going to get the frag on the Kyuki as well. Oh, May clutching out that mid for his team. It was looking pretty dire for him, but he comes out huge.
Vines being spammed in chat. Habib commenting in STV chat. That was some great play out of May. He played that very, very smart. You know, he stayed around the health packs. He baited players into his explosives. And Chaos Control are going to be able to get a lot off of that.
Yep, and they're just going to push into 2. It's going to be a catastrophe for Meat Market. Patty went down, but Ninja Nick, Psy Guy, Broking, and Corsa are all going to go down. It's going to be Ash and Kyuki versus the world unless They are going to get their spawns in 3 seconds, but Bear's about to be up on a Zuper. He is at 90%. Ash is going to be in on the Bear. Bear's going to go down. They have their player on the point. Moo's going to be capping. They're just going to cap it out. May was able to sticky up the point, get 2 frags, and Mirrorman was able to help clean up after the stickies were dead.
Wow, great round out of Chaos Control.
Indeed, so we are going to see the 3-1 half out of Chaos Control. Meat Market showing some signs of life, but it looks like for the most part that Chaos Control is getting the better of them on the mids, and they're able to just kind of roll it to last.
Yeah, I think the meme market is showing that when they have the upper hand, they're still relatively dominant in the way that they approach these fights, but Chaos Control seems a lot better prepared to be, on these mid fights in the way that they want to push into last.
Yep, and I think the other thing we're kind of seeing between the two maps is I think Chaos Control is playing a lot more aggressive on this map. They're kind of playing that hyper-aggressive style that we saw at Meat Market on the last map, which is kind of a little bit strange, but I think it's paying off for them considering they are up 3-1.
Yeah, you can't argue with the results.
Yep, so what do we want to see out of Meat Market on these mids to try and tie it up? The mids have been a large deciding factor for the most part. While we wait for the ready up, what does Meat Market need to change?
Frankly, I think on that last mid, they were pussyfooting around a little bit. They had a scout and a demo man, and I think if they had chose to both run at him instead of trying to run around and distract him, that would have gone a little better for him.
Yep, so we are going to see both demos rolling out to their chokes. We're going to see May getting some really early damage into Ash. Ash is going to be really, really weak. We're going to see Mirrorman's going to bomb in really aggressive, going to be the first death. Broking and Kyuki are going to go down. Alpha and Moo going to find those. And May's going to get the sticky kill onto Ninja Nick. He had the top of the elbow trap. Ninja Nick was trying to walk up the elbow. He had nowhere else to go. It's going to be Corsa and Saigai versus the world. Looks like Saigai's in his own upper and Corsa's just going to leave through his choke. Despite the fact that Mirrorman is the first one to die on that mid, he is the only one down on the side of Chaos Control.
Yeah, it seems like Chaos Control just has a better understanding of what it takes to win a Gully Wash mid-fight. They have better control of the high ground, they have better control of the sky, and Meat Market's just not able to try and find their footing here on the midpoint.
Yep, and we are going to see Bear again with another really, really big Uber advantage trying to push into last. We're going to see Corsa on Pyro. I think that's a little bit new compared to the most of their last hold. We're going to see the Kyuki Engineer in his typical spot on the left-hand side here. We're going to see Chaos Control pushing down River once again. They're going to be popping it in. Patty and May, they're going to be looking for the frag on the gun. Of course, they're not able to reflect all the spam. Broking's going to go down to Mirrorman on that one, and Uber's going to fade from Bear. Ash is going to go down. Alpha and Mirrorman are super, super weak. Mirrorman just playing his positioning. We're going to see some cap pressure out of Patty. Patty's going to get a ton of cap time. Stickies are dead, but it's too late. Corsa and Sai are going to go down. It's going to be a 4-1 match. Chaos Control on match point.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Chaos Control's showing a lot of great aggression here, and they're showing that they have what it takes to take this to a third map, and more importantly, they can contest with Meat Market, who traditionally has been a team that they have a little bit of trouble with.
Yep, and Ash and Kyuki are going to go down. Broken's going to die super early. Again, Mirrorman dying early for his team, but it's going to be another Chaos Control mid. Contrary to most of the mids, though, Ninja Nick is going to be trying to get out. He's down to 40 HP. Patty looking for the frag on that one. Oh, Patty's going to go down. There's so much damage, but who's going to find Ninja Nick? And Course with the pistol. They're going to be trying to find the frag on the side guy who's trapped in. May's going to claim that one with the super, super late out of Ninja Nick. And Bear still being alive, we're going to see another mid win and another Uber ad pushing into last for Chaos Control.
Yeah, they got 1 point left, one push. They can keep this aggression up. It's been pretty much the exact same setup that you saw Meat Market approaching this last point with the last couple times. And they have the Uber advantage, they have the players, and it just kind of needs to happen the same way. They keep holding up on this left side as you see Chaos Control flooding in, and they don't really have the people on point, although they're doing that a little more successfully this time. I'd like to assume that they learned their lesson from the last
it's
four.
going to be May on fire is going to go down. Ash and Kyuki going to live on that one. Yeah, we saw the adaptations. I had been playing in water pretty aggressively on the last couple defenses, and he was actually up top with the rest of his team, and so he was able to recycle the stickies. And Chaos Control did the thing they've been doing, and they've been getting a lot of early point pressure, but Meat Market was ready for it this time. Oh, yep, we're going to see Ash in behind. He's going to get the pick onto Bear. Moo's going to trade that one out. but it looks like Chaos Control wants to try and hold his choke points. We're going to see Broken eat a ton of damage. Patty's going to go down. Mirror Man's going to go down as well. It looks like it's just May on the side of Chaos Control. They tried to hold the choke, but with no heal, Meat Market got the better of them.
Yeah, and that was what I was talking about earlier with these clever places that you can hide. Actually, that ledge above choke is not particularly clever. It's pretty common. It's pretty well known. But I think that Chaos Control got a little impatient in their attempts to try and hurry up and close out this match, and they were punished for it, as they should have been.
Yeah, and we saw May get the pick on the side guy with the trap, so it's going to slow down Meat Market a little bit. They do have a full advantage. Looks like they're just going to take Corsa and Broking in through May, but they do not have a demo on the side of Meat Market. We're going to see the level 1 gun out of Moo on the right-hand side. Alpha and Ash are going to trade out on the left side for the defenders. But it looks like it's going to be a push successfully repelled for Chaos Control. Bear with about a 30% advantage is going to be even numbers. It's a 5v5. And looks like both teams are going to be just content with the points that they're on.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. We're going to see Mean Market taking a pretty far back position as they try and get ready to hold this inevitable push out. Although they have managed to close this advantage pretty well. They've taken what was a 40% advantage and they've lowered it to about 20%. So this upcoming fight may not be as much of a roll as you would expect, as we see Patty coming in.
Oh, and Patty's going to get dropped. Moo's going to go down as well. Alpha's going to die. It's a disaster of a push out of last for Bear. And he's going to go down to the stickies on the shutter. An absolute calamity. It's just going to be Mirror Man and May. Mirror Man's down to about half HP, but Ninja Nick still has a Zuber. Mirror Man's going to just try and get into spawn. May's going to die before he can get in. Mirror Man's going to resuck, but it is all for vain. It's going to be a 4-2 game. Meat Market showing some life.
They have been showing some life, but you know what they haven't been showing? A good mid-fight. So, Chaos Control has another opportunity here to try and turn this map in their favor. If Meat Market figures out this mid-fight, then we may see things start to shift the other way as far as momentum goes.
Yep, and it looks like Meat Market is opting to go their other team's side, so they're going to play a really aggressive. Mirror Man's going to eat a bunch of damage. QK and Ash are going to die really early. Mirror Man's going to go down trying to stuff the other team in their elbow. Corsa, Ninja Nick, and Saigai all on their own big door. Broking is going to go up, drop them, but Moo's going to claim the front. Corsa and Ninja Nick still kind of prodding into mid, but it looks like they're going to have to back up. Again, Mirror Man being the only one to die on the mid for Chaos Control. And, multiple frags going down for Meat Market.
Yeah, Meat Market loves to try and go this big door, but the problem is when you go big door, you need to try and take some presence up on the actual point itself. If you're just standing there, you're making yourself a magnet for important damage that is going to keep you from trying to take any presence.
And Corsa are going to commit in. They're looking for an exchange. Ash is going to get the better of Mirror Man in the big door area. And Ash is going to bomb in. He's going to get Alpha as well. And the Uber's going to be fading with no positioning on the side of Chaos Control. They're going to be backing up. May's going to go down. It's just Patty and Moo with Bear. Patty's actually in behind. I'm sorry. He's going to be dueling it out with Kyuki on 2. But looks like Meat Market's going to be camping up on mid. And Patty and Kyuki are just going to be staring at each other on 2.
Yeah, you know, I guess it comes down to what you think is more important, because if Meat Market is dedicating 2 players to worrying about Patty, then they're not dedicating 2 players to killing the other 5 players on Chaos Control. However, you are going to see Kuki back off. It's just Bro King and Patty kind of in a stare down as the actual fight's going on mid in choke. What are you seeing here, Nick?
We are just going to see both teams are kind of just prodding each other, exchanging their pleasantries, their chokes, sending a few spam pipes, a few spam rockets at each other. But again, with Patty being in behind, he's going to be looking to try and make a play while Meat Market tries to shut him down. Looks like Meat Market is backing up. They're actually in their own choke. And Patty's going to be jumping in, but both soldiers are going back for Patty. It's going to be a 2v1 along with Kyuki. They really want this Patty. They're going to meet in midair. Ash is going to body block him, and Kyuki's going to find the frag. But it looks like in the meantime, Chaos Control is kind of pressuring into mid. Corsa and Ninja Nick are actually in from big door. They're in. They're going to be looking for an exchange. Both Ubers are popped off, and it looks like Bear's going to have to do a little bit of flashing. It looks like Meat Market is just going to be out from the choke, but Broking is in. He's going to find one nice rocket onto Bear. Bear down to 5 HP. Broking not able to quite find that one with the region, but Ash is going to be in. He's going to miss his rocket, and he's going to get shut down by Moo and Alpha. With 2 soldiers down on the side of Meat Market, looks like Chaos Control is going to be trying to push into mid. Patty, Alpha, May, and Co are going to be coming through the big door area. Just Mirror Man and Choke. They're getting all the positioning on the point here while Chaos Control takes the point, and we're just going to see Meat Market giving up mid.
Yeah, you saw a lack of communication coming out of Chaos Control. As Patty had 3 people worrying about him, Chaos Control had a prime opportunity to try and push into mid. However, the staggered sacks coming out of Meat Market were not successful, and it gave them this advantage that they're now trying to use to push into mid. Didn't work out. Meat Market just came back in, and we're going to see Uber stall out a little bit here unless Meat Market gets really aggressive.
Yep, they do have a demo advantage on the side of Meat Market. Sai is going to sticky off the forwards. Both the soldiers are going to get forward, but they're not going to find anything. But it looks like Moo and Co are trying to take an exchange above the point. They're going to get a bunch of damage into Sai. A little bit of flashing coming out for both teams. Mirman's going to bomb into the choke, looking at the frags onto Broking and Kyuki. He's not going to find anything. And with the Ubers both fading and being one down, and Patty's super weak up top, we are going to see Chaos Control just backing up to their last.
Yeah, I think that Chaos Control may not have realized how much of a, how close the Ubers were there, because they didn't really have any sort of advantage, and they were kind of playing as though they did.
Yep, so we're going to see Chaos Control on their last, and Meat Market holding Chaos Control's 2. It is relatively even Ubers. Alpha's just going to be building up a gun. We are going to see straight cookie cutter on the side of Meat Market. When the Ubers kind of even out here, once both teams have their Uber, I think we'll see a sack out of Meat Market. They are kind of gearing up by this Riverside area. I know it's a pretty popular place to sack players from. So they are going to see King getting a buff and kind of making his way down river. Should probably expect to see either... I know they're a pretty big fan of this, a 2-man. Looks like Ash is going to go into water while the rest of his team pressured. So Ash is going to be looking for either a 1v1 or a point play. A really interesting gun spot out of Alpha, actually. Really aggressive on the top left here.
Yeah, No, go on.
We're going to see Ash going for a point play. He's going to go onto the point, try and bait it out while Kyuki comes in. You're not going to find anything. They find a little bit of damage. Patty's going to go down, but and aren't going to see much else. Mirman's actually going to be in. He's going to go down 2 nice pipes from Sai, going to find that frag. So we are going to see 3 down on the side of Meat Market with Broking finding the pick on the May. Broking going to be charge shotting in. Corsa and Ninja Nick are committed. They are going to pop off their Uber. Slightly better Uber for Bear. They are going to have to flash a little bit, but again, they're still going to have a better Uber, but it looks like Meat Market is committed in from main. They're going to be focusing down the frags on the side of Chaos Control. Both the soldiers are so weak. We're going to see 3 down, 4 down on the side of Meat Market. Patty's going to go down, but it's just Kyuki and main. Should get cleaned up here shortly by Alpha, and indeed, just Patty going down. We're see a full wipe out of Meat Market.
Yeah, that full wipe has been pretty big, because Meat Market staggering their death the way they do has been a big proponent of why it's been so hard to push into them. But with all of them down, we may see an opportunity for them, for Chaos Control to really try and push in and, make themselves known here on this point.
Yep, and we are going to see about a 50% Uber advantage for Bear. He's about 70% right now, so he doesn't quite have. We're going to see some prodding out of Big Door from Meat Market. They're actually going to be walking in. They're looking to take a dry fight while Bear doesn't quite have his Uber, but the longer this goes on, the better it is for Bear. Bear at about 90%, but Moo and Mirrorman are going to go down. Ash was down to 1 HP at one point, not going to end up going down. So we're going to see 2 down for Chaos Control, but Bear is up on his Uber. If they try and push it any further, they are going to meet the invulnerability.
Yeah, and I think they still have time to wait for Chaos Control spawns to come up and still be able to push in a little bit. Never mind, Ninja Nick's building this a lot faster than I thought.
Yeah, Ash and Kyuki are actually in on last. They're going to find the picks onto Mirrorman and Moo, both going down. They are both just playing around like the river area. They're going to be trying to find health packs, trying to get healthy, as they are both pretty weak. Mirrorman's going to get spawned in a couple seconds. It is even Ubers, and Meat Market's just walking in from the choke. Ash is going to be bombing in. They're actually going to get the pick onto Alpha. Ash is super weak underneath the point. It's going to be an exchange on May. Bear's going to be trying to make it out on the shutter, but he's not going to make it out. Good rocket from Broken, going to juggle him in, and Course is going to find that one. Mirrorman's going to go down. Patty and May to follow. It's just Moo up for Chaos Control. Everybody's pretty weak on the side of Meat Market, but again, it's just Moo. Alpha's going to get their spawn, going to get the pick onto Broking, but it is a 5v1. Although Bear and Mirrorman are going to spawn right now. If Alpha can delay, they're going to get their spawn. They're going to get more spawns in a couple seconds. Patty and May are about to come in. It's just Bear. They're going to get the spawns out of Patty and May, but Meat Market's in onto the point. They're not able to get out in time, and it is going to be a 4-3 game. Meat Market getting this awfully close.
Yeah, this is probably a little closer than Chaos Control wants. They really had everything there in that first half. And now, things are looking a little less optimistic, if I could say.
Yep. So Chaos Control has been doing really, really well in this mids. It looks like the last holds are going a little bit better. We're going to see a ton of damage onto Saigai, Ash, and Ninja Nick all early. Mirror Man's going to bomb in, get Saigai. Ash going to go down to Patty. We are going to see another Chaos Control mid. But Broking's going to be walking back into the choke. Going to find Patty and Moo. Kyuki and Co are going to get on Mei. Alpha's going to get Broking, and Kyuki, though, going to get a couple revenge kills. Ninja Nick's going to go down, though. Mirror Man with a big flank. Going to get Ninja Nick and Corsa. Again, another Chaos Control mid, and another mid survived by Bear.
Yeah, that started out with some fantastic damage coming out of Mei onto the big door, and then after you saw Meat Market rotate from big door over to choke, Alpha started playing like an alpha male, and you saw him getting a lot of damage onto scouts, a lot of damage onto the medic, and he was able to kill a couple players in quick succession to easily close out the fight for Chaos Control.
Yep, and we are going to see Bear with about a 70% Uber advantage. He has his Uber. Ninja Nick's building up his own. We're going to see a lot of prodding out of Meat Market, trying to buy a little bit of extra time in the lobby area. It looks like Chaos Control is going to go from the balcony area. Moo and Patty taking that win, and they're going to find the really early frag onto Broking. Can spam down the gun as well. Looking for positioning. Ash is going to get the frag onto Mirror Man, although being pretty weak himself. May's going to be getting some stickies on the point. Ninja Nick and Ash are going to go down. Patty and Moo collecting those. Kyuki's going to trade out the frag on the Patty. May's going to go down to Sai and Main. Sai going to be trying to get stickies on the point. It's just Saigai and Corsa versus the world. It's Moo down so weak, down to 1 HP. Moo stops burning. It's just 1 HP. He's going to pistol down Sai to win out the map. It's 5-3 for Chaos Control. We're going to be going to a third map.
Here in the industry, that is what we would call a clencher.
Indeed. What went so right for Chaos Control in this map that they didn't find in the first map, Bill?
You know, I think that they were having a lot more success on mid fights. I think that I almost want to say that it was less about what Chaos Control were doing right and more about Meme Market being unable to find their footing. You know, Gully Wash is a very momentum-based map, and, you know, Chaos Control seemed to know what they were doing a lot better than Meme Market did.
Indeed. So we are going to see a map 3 coming out. So we are going to see Sunshine as the decider map. How do you think Sunshine favors either of these teams?
Well, that's a good question. I think that if we see Moo and Alpha play in Sunshine like they were playing on Gully Wash, like they were playing as though they actually were the kind of scout combo that they are, as opposed to Snakewater when they were maybe, you know, Moo was doing well, but Alpha was a little bit timid or understated. I think that if we see them playing like this on Sunshine, things could really go in their favor. Conversely, Sunshine is pretty great for soldiers, and I think that Ash and Broking have a real opportunity to put up a strong showing for Meat Market.
Indeed, I'm going to be trying to pull up these stats here because it was a 5-3, so the stats do tell a decent story with how close that was.
I do not know how to find the stats with this new broken system.
I will drop them in Mumble for you.
God bless you, Nick.
Yeah, so I think just taking a peek, I think the big things that stand out to me is Moo at a big 24 and 13. Outfragging every single person on Meme Market, the closest member being Corsa at 22 for 14. Looks like Broking, I know, is kind of singing his praises, saying that this was one of his best maps. I went 10 for 23, so it looks like Broking struggled quite a bit. But on the other side of things, Mirror Man went 21 for 19. And I would say for the most part too, I think Mirror Man was dying in a lot of like the last pushes and mids, but he was able to just trade out so much damage or just able to separate the team so much that it didn't end up mattering that like his, you know, the 300 health that he ends up trading out ends up converting into 500-600 damage for the side of Chaos Control, along top of whatever Mirror Man did.
Yeah, I think that when you look at damage, I think, like you said, Broking didn't have a whole lot of presence in the kill feed. However, he did have a full 300 damage coming out over the course of those 8 rounds. And from Chaos Control, you saw Mei putting up 330 damage per minute to a 2014 KD.
Yep, and so we are going to be losing connection to this server. I don't know if we want to throw it to another quick break while we wait for the servers to reset. Yep, so we are going to throw it to a break, so we'll be back fairly shortly. Not quite 80 minutes this time, but we will be back shortly with our third and final map, our decider, CP Sunshine.
Okay, are we going?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to map 3 of our coverage of the lower bracket round 1 of Invite Playoffs. I am once again FrickMyNick, joined by BILLDOZER as my co-caster and Looster on production. We're going to be seeing CP Sunshine as our decider map for this series.
How's it going, guys? I am the BILLDOZER, joined by FrickMyNick and Looster on production. We're going into CP Sunshine here. Pretty cool map. A lot of play for soldiers here when you got these high skyboxes and these large sprawling points. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what specifically Broking and Mirrorman can pull out on this map.
Indeed, I think this is as a certified former roamer main. I kind of just play everything now, but as a former roamer main, this is probably the singular best map. We are going to see the teams ready up to go live. We can run through some quick what to see on the mid. What do you think? Who are the players to watch on these mids?
Oh man, I want to watch May, because May was doing a whole lot of great stuff on the last mid points of the of Gully Wash. So I'd like to see if they can replicate that on a much bigger point. The point sizes are pretty similar, but Sunshine has a lot more effective area that people are actually going to use and that he needs to specifically cover.
Yep. So we are going to see Meat Market in red and Chaos Control in blue. I think this map's really going to come down to what we saw on Snakewater, the double soldier bombs, and how the teams follow up on their soldier aggression, and we are going to be live.
Yeah, I remember when Sunshine was a new map, it got compared to Snakewater a lot, I think. Or was that Process?
It's a little closer to Process now, but I think it kind of takes aspects from both. We're going to see Saigai miles ahead of May into this mid. Saigai getting some early stick. He's going to get some good damage on the Moo early. We're going to see Mirrorman taking the other team's Tetris. We're going to see the double soldier bomb out of Meat Market. Broking really, really aggressive. Along with Ash, Broking going to be wrapping around. We're going to see the counter double soldier bomb from Patty and Mirrorman. Patty's going to land on a Ninja Nick. Nice 2 rockets. Takes him down. Course is going to trade out the frag, but the damage is done. They're going to be playing around Bear. Broken going to be bombing in behind. Bear down super low. He's going to go down. It's going to be an all-out DM fight. Mirrorman, May, and Moo versus Ash, Saigai, and Q.
Oh my god,
Ash. 2 are going to go down. Ash is going to pickaxe down Moo. Going to be running away. It's going to be Saigai versus May and Ash. Ash down to 9 HP. May is going to collect the pack. Yeah, May's won these before, but Saigai is not one pipe. He's 160. And Ash is playing the corners super, super well. He's 9 HP in a dream. He's going to go down to the sticky from May. May actually has the positioning on mid. He's actually going to back out to meet up with his team. And it looks like... we're going to see a refight in. Patty's actually hiding behind his own Tetris. Broking's going to bomb one in the bell tower. And it looks like Patty's going to go for a... He's jumping in. He's going for the damage. Oh, he's going to just...
Alright, so we've got mid-fight 2.0 shaken down here. And similar to what we saw in the first mid-fight, you're going to see Chaos Control able to rotate with their team a lot more effectively than Meat Market is. Meat Market, you saw Sai and you saw Ninja Nick kind of separate themselves from the rest of the important DM classes in the last mid-fight, and it was kind of what cost them the mid itself. You saw that disconnect, and you saw that their team weren't able to properly respond to Chaos Control's bombs and their aggression there. Are you back with us, Nick?
I have... My internet has died. I am reconnecting to the server.
Alright, I will take it away with my incredible casting skills as we see the entirety of Chaos Control going on Battlements, looking to take this Uber real soon through the right side, seeing some aggressive bombing coming out of May, able to quickly pinch off Meat Market and take out Ninja Nick, which is big. The sentry goes down, not posing any problem. Broken goes down, and now it's just Sai and it's just Kuki and Corsa trying to defend this on their own, and they're not able to. And that's going to be Chaos Control taking the first round.
Yep. So we do see the very, very late mid win out of Chaos Control, and again, just like how we saw in a lot of Gully Watch, they're able to win out the mid and roll it into last. We are going to see our second mid fight here. Again, Saigai is going to be a lot faster than May. Looks like Chaos Control is opting to go left side. They're going to be rolling out their own valley. It looks like Meat Market is going to wrap them and such. We're going to see a little more aggressive positioning out of Chaos Control. Very, very passive. Ninja Nick eating a bunch of spam down to about 8 HP, down to about 10 HP. Patty's going to find the frag jumping in. Mirrorman's going to come in and get courses. And again, a huge collapse out of Chaos Control. They are going to lose Bear, but it's just Saigai on the side of Chaos Control. Saigai going to begin trumping out and shut. May's going to be spamming in the pipes. They're not going to find. It's just going to be Saigai versus the world. Bear and Ninja Nick both went down. They're going to spawn at the same time. It's going to be even Ubers here.
Yeah, I just want to highlight Patty's God Bomb there as he hit a speed shot over this tower where the health pack is, down into the cafe area where he found himself sitting on Ninja Nick's face and was able to kill him without too much of an issue.
Yep, so we are going to see relatively even Ubers. It looks like Ninja Nick's building a little bit better than Bear is. Not significantly, though. Chaos Control holds mid. Meat Market is on there, too. We're going to see both teams build up the Ubers. This is a pretty tense map, considering this is a map 3, so we're going to see a little more conservative play out of the team. I know Meat Market has previously gone for a lot of drive pushes, but I think since this is the 3rd map and they did just lose the last one, they're going to see a little more restraints. And we should see Chaos Control looking to make a play in 2 Meat Markets too.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing is that I saw that both soldiers of Meat Market were taking aggressive positions, Broking taking position on top of this fence by Choke, and then Ash actually taking a position on top of this wall over by the valley area. It seems like they're both big fans of standing up here and taking that high ground for spamming.
And Mirror Man's gonna bomb in, he's gonna get shut down. I believe he was hit by a pipe from Psy Guy, and then Corsa cleaned him up out of the air. Yeah, indeed, the server chat confirms it. So Meat Market is in their cafe, looking really aggressive. Broking's gonna be jumping in, they get a ton of damage from May's gonna hit a couple good stickies and a couple nice pipes to take him down. Ash is gonna go down as well. Tamu gonna be cratering out on that one. Mirman's gonna get his spawn, and there's still no soldiers on the side of Meat Market. Gas Control's gonna be in from the mid, but the trap from Saikai is gonna find the pick on Tamu. Patty's gonna jump in behind, and Corsa's gonna drop Bear. Bear's gonna drop his Uber charge. And looks like Meat Market is just gonna be trying to play up around their medic, but there's a huge back cap. Alpha, Patty, and Mirror Man are all behind. They're all gonna go down. It looks like it's just Mirror Man and Valley. Looks like they know he's there. Course is gonna take his heals into him and just pick that one. Maze is gonna be retreating out of mid, meeting up with the spawner of Moo and Bear, and it's gonna be a mid for Meat Market.
Yeah, it's worth noting that Ash did a great job of opening up that fight by actually getting the force out onto Baradactyl, who was then summarily cleaned up by Corsa. And that back cap that took place is actually going to slow down Meat Market a lot. It may even prevent them from, you know, what would have been a roll through second. Now we're going to see some form of resistance as Corsa does trade for Moo. We might see Ash go down as well, but it looks like the majority of Chaos Control is just going to back up and try and set up some sort of defense that they can use to stave off Meat Market, who's coming in now. Ninja Nick going down to a trap from May. That's pretty huge. Ash is also
May's
going to
find Ash as well. Yeah, so we're going to see Meat Market got really aggressive. We're going to see Kuki hiding to the left side from his perspective on the barrels to see if Mirror Man checks the Working's missing corners, and yeah, he's going to spam the rock. But, oh, Mirror Man goes down so weak, he's going to end up winning out the 1v1. It's just going to be Sai putting up a little bit of spam resistance on two, but for the most part, we are just going to see Meat Market backing up in the mid. Bear has a full Uber advantage, but Corsa is sniping.
Yeah, and this could, you know, Corsa's a very accomplished sniper, and this is something that could get turned around immediately. Although the Uber does come out of Bear, Corsa's going to back out through Choke, and this is just going to be a positioning Uber. You're going to see things largely go in the favor of getting themselves where they want to be. Patty does go down, but I think you're just going to see things settle down a little bit. Ninja Nick did go down in that, so Bear is still going to have a good 40% advantage going into second point. This could go very well for them.
Yep, so they're just going to be rolling through Cafe side here. It looks like Broking is in his own valley, maybe looking for a play. Mirror Man's going to end up meeting him. Not going to have much loaded because he's making space for his team. Broking is pretty weak. He's going to be retreating in the mid. Patty should be meeting him there. Yep, so he's going to see the 1v1 between Patty and Broking. It looks like Chaos Control is going to get positioning on the point here. They're just going to be spamming out with Meat Market. Broking's actually still alive on mid. He is. It looks like Patty has opted to just leave him there. Mirror Man is still down, so we're gonna see Broking's in the other team's cafe, and it looks like Alpha and Mirror Man are gonna meet up trying to look for the frag on Broking. Broking's down to about 40 HP in the other team's cafe. Is gonna go down before he's able to get the pack. Alpha claiming that kill, and it looks like Chaos Control and Co are up there. Oh, they're gonna go into last. Ninja Nick at 98% already, though. By the time they pop, Ninja Nick's gonna have it. They're just gonna take their Uber back into them. Corsa's just going to be sitting on Bear looking for the med trick. He's actually going to miss his shots. Bear's going to stay relatively healthy. Still about 100 health. Going to be backing up. We're going to see some point pressure. Mirror Man getting that point pressure. May's going to go down. Ash and Saigai are going to go down on the side of Meat Market. We're going to see Patty go down as well. It's just going to be Moo and Bear. Bear versus the world. We're going to see 4 up. Kuki, Corsa, and Broking are going to be chasing the frag on Bear.
Yeah, they got a very early pick on the Psy. It was really great. But when you saw those two spawns coming up that had kind of focused on taking down Broking, it meant that they weren't entirely with their team when it went in. And, you know, you saw these two different engagements and rather Chaos Control wasn't really entirely prepared for either of them.
Yep, so we're going to see Alpha come up on the Sniper. NinjaNick has about a 70% Uber advantage. Chaos Control has already given up mid. They're just going to be trying to put up a haphazard defense on 2 with the Alpha Sniper. Some traps coming out of May. Meat Market is going to be trying to roll this in from the Valley side from their perspective. NinjaNick's going to cross the sightline. Broking and Ash are going to really aggressively soldier bomb in. And it looks like NinjaNick's just going to pop his Uber in blind. They aren't really going to find much. Mirror Man and Co. are going to be in the back lines. Going to lose that 1v1 to Corsa. But other than Mirror Man going down, doesn't look like they're going to find much. Saiga's really, really aggressive in the lobby. And he's going to find the pick on Patty with the help of Corsa. But Meat Market is going to find 2 frags. They don't have an Uber charge. Bears out at about 90%, holding last. It looks like Meat Market is going to be just trying to dry push from the left side from the perspective. They're going to get onto the point. They're going to get some cap time, but Bear's going to pop off his Uber.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that he had to use his Uber there because it was a really big resource for them to use. Alpha did go onto the Heavy there. And he's now on the Engineer trying to set up something that they can use to comfortably hold this, as Meat Market is going to have about a 50% ad, but it looks like they're going to try and get in here with their scouts before that can even happen. I think they do back off. They're looking for a bit of an opening here.
Yep, so we're going to see about a 50% advantage for NinjaNick. Going to be coming up on that very shortly. Alpha's going to move his gun. They're just going to be building on the side of Chaos Control. They're just going to be walking in from lower. Ash is going to go down super weak. He's down to 4 HP. He's spamming up the gun. Mirrorman's going to find the spam rocket frag on him. Moo's going to get the pick onto Corsa. And NinjaNick's going to go down. He's going to trade out with the gun, with the crossbow. But it's just Broking, Saigai, and Kyuki versus the world. Mirrorman's going to be watching last. And May and Alpha are going to get the kills onto Broking and Kyuki. And Saigai should go down shortly. Alpha chasing that down, pistoling him down. Oh, he's going to meet up with a spawn, of course, and just barely live on 36 HP. But again, we're going to see Bear with a huge Uber advantage rolling into mid.
Yeah, and that was a fantastically executed hold. Alpha's sentry gun was actually huge in that, and I was surprised at the amount of damage it did there in such a seemingly innocuous spot. However, when they came up that lower ramp area, they didn't really have the eyes on it that they needed to, and the sentry gun alone was throwing players around, doing a lot of damage, and it kind of held the point for them.
Yep, and May is going to shut down both of the soldiers' attempts to get onto Bear, and they're just going to be rolling this forward from the Cap base side. Saigai is going to get the trap kill onto Moo, but it looks like Bear and Co are just going to be rolling into 2. Bear has not been pressured in the slightest. NinjaNick's at about 80%, and Kyuki's going to be putting up a gun. With Moo going down, though, we'll probably see an off-class come out of Moo. Yep, Moo's going to spawn on the Sniper. NinjaNick at 95%, about to get his Uber. We're going to see it slow down a little bit.
Yep, things have been really aggressive so far in this game. A lot of stuff has been happening. It's about time that things slow down a little bit. We see if they can get in and try and find a pick here to let themselves in. And it's interesting because there's this inner area of Sunshine that can still be a little hard to hold because you can't back out as easily due to the many doors and choke points in your way, as it looks like Chaos Control may be trying to force the issue through lower a little bit, as they do get Broking, who is looking for something.
Yeah, Moo went down. They tried to peek Moo in from lower. We are going to see the Corsa spy. Corsa is going to be trying to get in from the dungeon area from his perspective. And we're going to see Moo spawn back up on the Sniper. Broking is about to spawn as well. But we should probably see Broking slow down a little bit with the impending threat of the Corsa spy. Mirrorman and Patty are both really close to him. Oh, and Alpha almost bumps him. Looks like they're going to go me Shutter, which is exactly where Corsa wants. Corsa can see Bear's back. He's going to be trying to look for the decloak here. He's going to decloak. He's going to be looking in. He's walking forward. He sees Bear. He's spotted, though. Alpha sees him. He's going to butter knife Alpha, but he's going to go down. One down on the side of Meat Market, and it looks like Patty and Co are going to be just trying to bully in on the left side. Moo's going for a hero shot in all the way in. Saigai's going to find 2 on the Alpha and Moo. And Patty's going to trade out the frag onto Ash. It is 2 down for both teams. And actually, Bears got forced. I didn't even see that. But Broking's going to be pressuring from Dungeon. May's going to get a nice pipe onto him. Broking's going to opt to retreat. Patty's going to be looking for the frag. Patty's going to get the kill on the Broking. So they do have a pick to work off of. But NinjaNick still has his Uber.
Yeah, it's a shame that that push didn't work out. But that was kind of what I was talking about here, is that there is this inner area.
And Saigai with a nice pipe onto Mirror Man.
there is this inner area that you can still very easily get caught in by these explosive classes before you even get into the last point proper. So it's a very touchy point to try and push into.
Yep, and we saw Chaos Control pressuring from the Cafe side. Looks like they were trying to set up Alpha for a back cap, but Alpha's just on last. He's on 14 HP. He's going to be dueling it out. And the Chaos Control is going to get caught in mid. Patty and Bear are going to go down. It's just Mirrorman and Alpha versus the world. We're going to see Ninja Nick with a 40% Uber right now. Going to grow up about another 25% as Bear waits for his respawn. Alpha is still on Spy.
Yeah, Alpha is on Spy. And I've seen that of Alpha before where he tries to respond to spy plays with his own spy plays. A very particular match between him and Madmen some number of seasons ago comes to mind, where Harblue and Alpha had a lot of off-classing shenanigans, and now he seems to be, as I said, responding to this. Didn't work out so well.
Yeah, I think they knew. They had seen him on last, so he was kind of just putzing around looking for anything. Ninja Nick's going to pop in his Uber from the top right. They're going to be taking Corsa and Psy Guy. They're going to find the gun really, really early. But they haven't found much else. They haven't really gotten a ton of positioning. Alpha's going to get his spawn. The Moo Heavy is going to come in. They're going to see the bomb out of Patty's going to take down Ninja Nick. Mirrorman and Patty are going to go down. Alpha's going to get Broking and Ash. Oh, he's going to get Q-Key as well. Big cleanup frags coming out of Alpha. Psy Guy and Corsa are the only two left alive. Corsa's just going to be leaving through his own valley, and Psy Guy's already with him. Bear coming to about 90% on his Uber charge, and they're going to be rolling into 2 and hopefully into mid here.
Yeah, Meat Market had a lot of trouble pushing into that heavy, honestly.
Indeed, they weren't able to find it with the Uber charge. Moo was able to switch off the sentry gun and make it so the double off-class threat, the off-class threat was there. We are going to see cookie cutter classes for both teams. Meat Market holding mid while they try and repel this Uber ad. Broking's going to get in. He's going to find some damage on the Patty and not much else. We're going to see the bomb out of Ash. He's actually going to get the force out of Bear. Really, really good bomb from Ash, but both soldiers are down. And we're going to see Alpha and Mirrorman are really, really aggressive in the choke point here. They're going to trade out some damage onto Corsa and Co. Mirrorman's going to be bombing and get a nice direct onto Q-Key. Going to be able to trade out the frag, but Alpha and Moo both go down. Mirrorman's going to get Ninja Nick, though. Ninja Nick goes down. It's going to be Patty, May, and Bear versus Psy Guy, Ash, and Broking. See if the heals or the DM classes come out on top of this one. And Bear's going to go down along with May. It's just going to be Patty up on the side of Chaos Control while Meat Market storms back into mid.
We had a whole lot of stuff happen there. You know, we saw a great bomb out of Mirrorman able to take down Ninja Nick, but then we saw Broking chasing Bear from second point all the way into the opposing choke, and he was able to take down Bear as well. So we are going to have things relatively even. Still going to be about 20 or so % ad once things settle out, but I don't think that's enough to really reasonably push off of.
It doesn't look like Bear was hard building and Ninja Nick was, so it's actually going to be a little bit closer to 35%. Corsa's going to be trying to peek into last. I'm not going to get a ton. Patty's there to meet him at the doorway. But yeah, it does look like it is a pushable ad on the side of Ninja Nick. Moo's already on the sentry gun building up, or I'm sorry, on the engineer building up the sentry gun ready to repel the push. Ninja Nick at about 100%, Bear at about 70%. And they're going to go off it. They're going to bomb Psy in really, really aggressively. Corsa's going to come in and meet the Uber with him. And again, we're going to see the double off-crest side. We're going to see the Alpha Heavy. And again, Beat Market doesn't really have a ton of positioning. They were able to get in, get the gun. Patty and Moo are going to eat a bunch of damage. And Moo's going to go down. Alpha eating a ton of damage as well, but Bear's going to pop off his Uber. There's a lot of cap time for the side of Meat Market, but the frags are going down for Chaos Control.
Yeah, what you're seeing here, what you've been seeing for
May
this...
with a fat 2-pipe on the Ninja Nick. The entire team was sitting on the pack in lobby, ready to try and surprise, and May peeked top left into the fat 2-pipe.
As I was saying, what you hear... First of all, that was a fantastic play. What you're seeing here with Meat Market's Ubers, they've been doing this brilliantly the entire... real quick, we do have Psy going to last. I don't think he's going to get anything out of this.
Alpha's there to meet him, though. He tried to jump out and just got gunned down.
Meat Market has been doing a brilliant job of getting out of these fights when they're losing them. They're not wiping, they're not going down to even 2 people. Typically they'll stay at around 3 or 4 players even in a lost fight, and it means that it becomes very difficult for Chaos Control to try and get much farther with it. They did give up second here in the election to hold mid.
Ash is gonna bomb in and get Bear. Oh, that was so big from Ash. The Ninja Nick's gonna go down, Mirrorman's gonna reaggress, Patty in as well, gonna find both of the scouts. It's just Psy Guy alive. It's Patty, May, and Moo versus him. We're going to see Broking getting the forward spawn, but it's going to be a Chaos Control mid here.
All right, Meat Market, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor and like not contradict me when I'm singing y'all's praises.
Yeah, Brookings is going to trade out the Pag onto Freddy. Moo's going to trade out and get the revenge for Patty there. Still 2 down on the side of Meat Market, but it looks like they're going to just be back in the mid. They're pushing off that spawn advantage. About a 15% ad for Ninja Nick here, but it looks like Chaos Control wants to get back in. Indeed, it looks like Patty almost gets us forward. We're going to see the Soldier Bomb of Ash in on to Bear, but he's not going to find anything, and Mira's going to find Psy Guys. So with Ash and Psy Guy going down, and Kyuki as well, May going to juggle him in the choke, going to find that frag. We're going to see 3 down on the side of Meat Market. Ebrews are about even out. It looks like we have a pause. Yeah, I thought my internet died again,
Yeah,
but it looks like we have a pause. Yep, so we are
there's one thing we need in this match.
Oh yes, the 90-minute
We're coming up
delays.
on 1 a.m., 2 a.m. if you're East Coast.
Oh, it's gonna be a rough day at work for your boy. So
yeah, all 3 of us.
Yep, we are gonna see a pause. It is 3 down on the side of Meat Market. It's about even Ubers. Chaos Control is about to cap up on the mid. They should be able to roll it into 2. Doesn't really look like anybody is in a position to make a play. Broking is, yeah, he's just pogoing out of 2, so we are just gonna see, should be what a Chaos Control 2 and Meat Market just holding last. It is 1-0 for Chaos Control, so I think they'll be kind of okay with that, just kind of stabilizing on the other team's last. I don't know how much time is left in the half, but it's been really back and forth, and we've only seen 1 round, which we saw in about the first 3 minutes.
For what it's worth, we have about 10 minutes left in the half.
So yeah, there is potential for Chaos Control to just cap 2 and just hold them on their last for the rest of the half. I don't think anybody wants to see that. I don't think that's the play they want either. I know Patty's a pretty aggressive player. He likes to make things happen. Likes to be taking exchanges or sending sacks. And I don't think it's what Meat Market wants either, so... But this is map 3, and while Chaos Control is the higher seed, the last time they played Meat Market, they got 5-0'd. So... This is a very tense map for both teams, I think.
Yeah, and for people who are just joining us this late at night, we are on the 3rd map of this match. The first map was a Snakewater game that was a pretty easy 5-0 for Meat Market. However, Chaos Control was able to bring it back on Gully Wash with, I believe the score was 5-3?
Yeah, it was 5-3.
And now we are currently at 1-0 with the tail end of the first half going to Chaos Control so far.
So, we are going to see the unpause just in time for us to finish breaking that down. So we are going to see, like I said, the cap up onto mid. A couple of forward spawns came through for Meat Market, but the projectile classes are there to meet them at the doorway, so they're not even going to commit out. Looks like, yep, Chaos Control is going to get to. Ubers are still relatively even, and they are just going to be on last our Meat Market.
Yeah, that's about right. Sorry, I'm a little... frazzled trying to get everything together after this pause. Players are sliding around on my screen. However, you see Meat Market holding forward a little bit aggressively because they do have pretty similar Ubers. I guess they do both have Uber. My HUD's broken, so bear with me.
Yep, it'll be caught up in due time. We're going to see Patty getting the frag on a Broking. Broking just walked in top left from his perspective. Mirrorman's going to be pressuring as well. Going to make it out. May's going to find the sentry gun, but Alpha's going to go down for it. It wouldn't surprise me to see the Alpha Sniper, considering he has sniped previously for this team. And it looks like Meat Market, yep, they're just going to be content with holding the last. They're going to be building up another sentry gun. No, QQ is actually on Scout. I got pranked by my HUD. I hit it with the HUD reload scheme, but...
Yeah,
yep,
it looks like Alpha is up on Sniper.
Yep, so, again, they are going to slow down the game. I think my assessment of this game being very, very tense for both teams and Chaos Control wanting to just slow it down is semi-correct. We're going to see Broking bomb in. Bear's going to go down to about 40 HP, but they're not going to find the frag. And we're going to see some adaptations out of Chaos Control. They were already ready for the Ash follow-up. Both the soldiers on Chaos Control just turned around and started spamming the dungeon area. Oh, and Alpha had a really good look at Ninja Nick. Oh, he wasn't able to find the shot, though. He peeked in top right. I don't think Ninja Nick was really in an appropriate position. He was just standing out in the open top. And Alpha's going to find the full charge body shot onto Kyuki. He'll be rotating to the left side from his perspective. Going to be charging up a shot. Going to miss Corsa. Gonna be going for the long haul. Sai is gonna be peeking in, pressuring him back. He's gonna get hit a pipe, and he's gonna eat a fat rocket too. And the pressure is gonna get to him. He's gonna go down to the spam. But Broking and Corsa go down. Mirrorman and May finding those flags respectively. Kyuki's gonna spawn up. The gun is still up for them, but there are 2 down, and it looks like they are gonna take an exchange. Patty and Moo are gonna be taking that one. They're gonna be spamming down the gun. Patty's gonna find that one. Kyuki's gonna switch back off on the scout. Corsa and Broking are about to spawn, but they're not really in a position yet, and Chaos Control is in from the top right. May's gonna be eating stickies on the point, and Mirrorman's gonna find the frag on that Ninja Nick. Ash gets Bear as well, but Corsa and Moo, or I'm sorry, Corsa's gonna get Mirrorman. Kyuki is gonna get Moo and Patty's gonna trade out to Corsa, but it's just Alpha and May on the side of Chaos Control. And Alpha's on last, he's back cap. The spawn's gonna come in, but Ash is not able to get in. Alpha with the trash talk in the chat, and that looks like where the pause happened.
Yeah, Chaos Control did a brilliant job of getting in. They got the sentry, they did some damage, and then they got out, and they very quickly repositioned themselves on the opposite side of last, which Meat Market was not ready for. And now they're up 2-0, as Alpha got that fantastic back cap.
Yep, so we are going to see about 8 minutes left in the half. The teams are going to meet each other on the left side here from the Chaos Control perspective. Patty and Ash are going to end up trading out. Broking is underneath the point. Alpha and Moo are going to be hunting him down on that one. Broking's down so weak, down to just 23. Alpha and Bear are going to be hurt on the other side of things, though. It looks like Chaos Control is not going to have any position. And Sai with 2 huge pipes onto both of the scouts. Moo and Alpha are going to go down. And this looks like it is going to be a mid for Meat Market. Mirrorman's going to bomb into the choke, not going to find anything that he wants, though. He's just going to retreat back to lap, favoring to live. Stats padded, boys.
Yeah, and I saw some great scout play coming out of both teams, but what I importantly saw was, you mentioned Broking going down so low, he kind of baited.
Broking is in the lap. Oh, he's going to get the sentry gun. Not going to find it, but hits him with the gun down in chat. Excellent work from Broking. But we are going to see Chaos Control on their last and Meat Market holding 2. Yep, and Broking's just going to come back up on Soldier. It doesn't look like they ran anybody back to spawn, so we are going to see likely another sack out of Meat Market. Meat Market's been a big proponent of the multi-person sacks, whereas I think Chaos Control is a little more for like the 1 or 2 man sacks, so it'll be interesting to see what they opt to do.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that you know, they kind of have this lockdown tight. I don't know if Chaos Control, it would be within their best interest to try and push down or push out if they did make a 2-man sack. However, we have Alpha's sentry gun back in this position that it was on before, which is holding a very vital spot. And if Meat Market pushes out of this right side, it could cause a lot of problems for them if they're not ready for it.
Yep, and Kyuki's going to run in. The trap's going to get that from May. He's not actually going to get the kill on the Kyuki. He's going to get juggled in by the gun. Mirrorman's going to find the frag on that one. But it doesn't really look like anybody's in a position to counter sack on the side of Chaos Control. And it looks like Kyuki is going to get a spawn. So looks like kind of a missed opportunity on the side of Chaos Control. But I understand it. This is, I guess, a pretty high stakes game. Kyuki spawns who just opts to spawn on just Scout. So we are going to see, again, cookie cutter classes. And both teams are just going to be trading spam. Looks like Meat Market is trying to make the left side work from their perspective. Sai has about 100 stickies on the floor. Looks like they're really trying to get a pick onto Mirrorman or May who are holding on this area, but they're really not finding a whole lot. And so Kyuki's going to run in, going to die to Patty, and Ash is going to go down as well. Ash is going to find the fadeaway rocket onto Moo. A little bit of a consolation prize for him. They can opt to sack 1 on the side of Chaos Control, but Kyuki is about to get a spawn, and Ash is about to spawn in 5 as well. Yep, Mirrorman's actually going to get in. He's going to be in around the point. It's going to go down. Broking and Corsa going to get the damage in onto that one. Going to end up cratering. Broking's going to be jumping into last, however, though he's going to get obliterated by the sentry gun. It's about a 24 damage spam rocket on the Bear, but he's not going to find much else.
I'm moving this.
Yeah, I gotta say, Alpha's been doing a fantastic job of rotating this sentry around to other spots, of you know, supplying a little extra damage outside of the sentry when needed, and I think that it's been causing Meat Market a whole lot more issues than may be immediately obvious.
Yep, and inspired by the Corsa and Alpha before him, Mirrorman is going to be walking out on Spy. He is committed in the dungeon area, so we'll have to keep a tab on that. Again, it looks like Meat Market isn't super aware, but where Ninja Nick is holding is really, really hard for Mirrorman. He's got his back against the wall, and he's facing where he would come into lobby from.
Yeah, that was a Where did he just go? He was on my screen.
Of course, is going to find the pick onto Alpha. They're going to be just pressuring into last. May's pretty weak as well. Is going to get healed up. Mirror Man's going to decloak. They're going to be coming in from the shutter. He's going to get onto Ninja Nick. He's going to get the frag, and he's going to butter knife down Corsa. He's going to get a couple nice pistols, and Ash bring him down to just 6 HP, but the damage is done. Ninja Nick's Uber is on the floor like a plate of spaghetti. It's been dropped, ladies and gentlemen.
That was very well put, Nick. This is going to be the opportunity that Chaos Control is looking for, as they're going to be able to push out and take second pretty comfortably. And they're even going to be able to lock out this valley area. Broking trying to put up some sort of resistance with Ash coming through choke. But Bear's Uber's actually going to come out. That must have been a pretty great bomb that Ash got. I kind of had that off my screen.
Bear was having a hard time because there was some pressure coming in from Sai, from the cafe side, and there was a scout in Valley, and Ash was directly above his head and then eventually behind it. I didn't think he wanted to risk eating like an 80-90 damage rocket along with getting pressured that hard. We're going to see Broking bombing into mid, going to be jumping back. Sai is going to find the pipe on the Patty, and Corsa is going to get Mirror Man as well. No solars on the side of Chaos Control, and Ninja Nick has about a 40% advantage. Looks like Chaos Control is just going to be out. They're going to be holding their 2. Both their soldiers have spawned in about 5 seconds, but Ninja Nick has his Uber. Ash is in, gonna find a ton of damage in the May. May's gonna try and squeak out from the shutter, but he's gonna go down. Bear's at 50%, gonna make it out through dungeon. Ninja Nick's gonna get forced off here. Broking's gonna be jumping into last, looking for anything. QQ's gonna get Mirror Man fresh off the spawn. Oh, we're gonna see the ramen from Broking try to sink rockets into the spawn door, but Bear's gonna back up and the door's gonna close. Alpha's gonna get Ash and Sai is gonna get Moo. Kind of a crazy DM fight, and Patty's in behind. It's gonna go down to course. We are gonna see 3 down on the side of Chaos Control, but Bear does have his Uber, so Ninja Nick at about 35% has to be wary of that.
All right, Nick, I just want to point out to you real quick that we are about 2 minutes left on our round timer, so I would say that Meat Market needs to go a little sooner rather than later, and that they have time for one push that, you know, is a proper push, and then one push that's going to be really terrible and rushed. But scrappy fights are winnable too.
Yeah, I think they're going to opt to just try and run down the time a little bit. Ash is going to eat a ton of damage in the top right, was trying to spam down the gun. I think they're just going to run down the time a little bit so Chaos Control doesn't have an opportunity to get a 3rd round here, and then they're just going to all in on one push. We're going to see Alpha on Heavy and Moo on Engineer. Mirror Man's going to eat a bunch of entry damage, but Ninja Nick's going to have to use the door, and Bear has yet to use. They're going to use back into them. They have an entirely better Uber. Ninja Nick's down to 30 HP in dungeon. So weak, but nobody's going to go down. They're going to see a little bit of damage traded here and there, but the medics are going to just take time healing each other. Yep, and so Patty's going to be in, jumping the player's top right. They're going to be pushing back in here. Our Beat Market, they're going to be looking for the frags. Ash is going to go down, though. And it looks like Chaos Control is just recycling their heals, and Patty and May are going to get Kuki and Corsa respectively. Both scouts down. There can't be much time left in the half. Psy Guy and Broking are in the lobby. It looks like they're going to try and walk in on the left side, but Patty's in. Gets a ton of damage in on the Psy Guy. Broking's going to trade out that frag. Psy's going to squeak out through the shutter door. Ninja Nick has about a 10% advantage. If they opt to go off it, they could maybe get something, but I'm not sure how much time is left. Time is going to be getting awfully low.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm being told about 20
seconds?
seconds left on the clock, and they are going to go. Bear's at about 90%. We are going to see the Alpha Heavy. Psy Guy's going to be trying to take him down, but Alpha's kind of giving him the jukes. Alpha's going to die, but Bear's going to get his Uber. They're going to pop it off on the point. Barring a miracle, this should be a hold for Chaos Control. Yep, and there we go. It's going to be a 2-0 half for Chaos Control. Oh, man. So,
you know, I just want to say real quick, for as much as Alpha is known as being like a heavy sniper player, he plays an oppressive heavy, man.
yeah, he was juking the crap out of Psy.
They
Psy
were
was just
having
not
a
able to hit.
real difficult time beating him.
Indeed. So we are going to see the 2-0 half out of Chaos Control. It was a lot of really good back and forth. There wasn't too much stalemating outside of the last 10 minutes or so. I think for the most part we are seeing a lot of what we saw on Gully Wash, though, to a lesser extent on the mids, because they haven't been capping out the rounds, but Bear's doing a really good job of getting Uber ads. It's just that I think both teams are kind of struggling a little bit with a certain push. I think that Meat Market is struggling with their last push. They've been getting into last really good, and they've been getting the guns down. It's just they aren't getting much beyond that. They're kind of just holding the top right from their perspective, and then the team with the defender's advantage being Chaos Control are just able to cycle their heals, they're able to play their spawns, and they have more ammo because they can just instantly resub. So we are going to see the second half going live. What does Meat Market need to do to try and tie this up and potentially win this third and final map?
You know, I think that they need to focus on playing with their scouts a little more, because I've been seeing a lot more soldier focus out of Meat Market coming in here, and I think if they, you know, we're seeing these heavy, these NG defenses, and I think if they tried to go in with a scout, maybe a double scout uber in the vein of Froyotech, that could find them a little more success.
Yep, and Ninja Nick's gonna be the first up in the mid. May's gonna find the lock and load on that one. Both teams are kind of just playing a ring around the rosy around the mid. Moo's gonna get launched up in the air, a couple pipes and rockets come out, not able to connect on that one. Kyuki's gonna claim it. Broking and Ash gonna go down, but Bear, Patty, and May are gonna go down really late on the side of Chaos Control. Kyuki's gonna collect the third on the mid on Alpha. And Course is going to get Mirror Man. It's going to be 2 soldiers down on the side of Meat Market, but a wipe for Chaos Control.
Yeah, you know, Ninja Nick did go down first in that mid fight, but at the end of the day, sometimes you just click on the enemy team better than they can on you. And, you know, we saw both scouts of Kuki and Corsa coming out of Meat Market and doing a lot of great damage, and it was able to help them pull through on that mid.
Yep, I think exactly what you're saying with playing around the scouts a little bit more. It was exactly what they needed, and we saw it on that mid. Ninja Nick has about a 25% Uber advantage. They could opt to go off of it. Sunshine 2 is a particularly hard point to push off a small advantage. Oh, we do see the crits out of Ninja Nick, actually, so it's going to build up and being about a 40% advantage. We're going to get on the Psy Guy cam here. They're going to be going from the cafe side. They're going to pop around the corner. They have no idea. Alpha's going to eat the first sticky. Moo's going to get the pick onto Ash. Corsa is going to get Moo. It looks like the crits just got Alpha, but the Mirror threatened Psy Guy with another huge air pipe on the Mirror Man. It's absolutely destroying him once again. Mirror Man's been going big this game, but Psy Guy's been hitting some huge pipes on him. And Meat Market's going to be rolling this one into last. It's just Bear. It's going to just sit and spawn. It's going to be a 2-1 game.
Yeah, Chris Krieg is a smart play there. You know, they've been having trouble breaking these slow points, so the solution is that you speed up the game with something that has a higher amount of damage and a higher charge rate. We're going to see if they want to try that again. They are still sticking with the crits Krieg. Meat Market is. Yep. So we'll see if they try and focus Ninja Nick a little harder on this round.
Yep, May hitting early damage from Psy. Both teams again wrapping to the other team's cap. Patty's going to find the pick on Ash, who's hiding in his team's cafe, and we're going to see the double soldier bomb again. Both soldiers aggressing. Broking's going to go down. Mirror Man's going to get in, get it one on the Psy Guy. Patty's going to get QP. May's going to get Ninja. It looks like it's going to be an ace of a mid for Chaos Control. Meat Market losing all 6 of their players. They were running the Cruz Krieg, but Ninja Nick went down before they were able to capitalize off the potential advantage.
Yeah, you know, it's like I said, they needed to focus on Ninja Nick a little better. They were able to clean up. They were able to make sure that everybody was down. And now you find them with 100% advantage going in to what I assume is Ninja Nick still on the Crits Krieg. I can't tell. No, he's back on Uber Charge. So that's not going to be enough time to make enough of a difference. Although Corsa does get a reflect kill on the move. And Broking takes down both May and Bear. So suddenly, this does not seem to be so easy for Chaos Control.
Yeah, expertly played out of Meat Market. They just kited into spawn since Chaos Control didn't have 2 cap. They weren't able to pressure the point, so they just ran into spawn and said, you can't cap our point and you can't do damage to us in spawn, so your overcharge isn't going to do anything. Broking is able to rep behind, and yeah, Corsa with the reflex. I believe Patty shot a rocket at him, ended up getting one of his scouts killed, so we're going to see about a 40 ad on the side of Ninja Nick. Alpha's going to be sniping to try and dissuade him from getting in, and Alpha's going to find the headshot on the Ninja Nick. Oh, I'm gonna go down, and it looks like Meat Market is just already out of there. Everybody's just backing up. Burking's gonna go down to Patty. Ash is gonna find looking for a play. No, he's just gonna pogo out, and it looks like Chaos Control is gonna rotate cafe side to try and roll this in.
Yep. And you know, that just comes down to Alpha was on sniper, Alpha hit his shot. You know, the players of Meat Market aren't stupid. They know that they need to back out because that's not really a winning fight for them anymore. So now Bear's gonna have a good 60% ad. It's enough of an ad that they don't really need to think about the ad too much. They just have their opportunity to go in, try and get another round, and get that one step closer to closing out this round, or this match.
And Alpha is on sniper, so it's going to be a little bit tricky for them. He's going to be trailing behind the Uber. You're going to see May and Moo taking this one in. They're going to find the gun really early, but they're not going to find much else. Ash is going to bomb in, find Alpha. They're going to trade that one out. Sniper down. But it looks like Chaos Control is just getting collapsed on. Mirror Man's going to bomb in, looking for some point pressure. Looking for Ninja Nick, but he's going to go down. Ninja Nick has about a 40, maybe 50%, yeah, 50% ad. Patty is still lurking around now too. He's going to jump into Ninja Nick. Going to find 3 rockets onto him, but Ninja Nick's going to get the pack. Not going to find that frag. May is going to create out the frag onto Bro King, but we are going to see some stability out of Chaos Control just holding mid. And Alpha's up on the sniper once again.
Yeah, that was a valiant effort out of Patty. Meat Market did a great job of spreading themselves out on the last point to keep them from being able to be shot at easily, because when you're pushing into Sunshine, you kind of just have to stay in one spot until you get a kill. Alpha looking for a shot here, getting a lot of damage out on the Meat Market between him and Sai. Or him and May, my bad.
Mirror Man bombed in the choke and got a ton of damage in his Sai and Ninja Nick. He wasn't able to find either of them. Oh, Patty's going to trade out with Bro King. Course is going to get the revenge for Bro King there. 2 down on the side of Chaos Control, but they are going to be up on their Uber. And with the Alpha Sniper, it looks like Meat Market is just going to be relegated to there too.
Yeah, it will, and I think Meat Market needs to maybe press the issue a little bit, because they are still down around, and we have about 23 minutes left, which, you know, normally is a lot of time. I've seen invite matches that take 15 minutes, but this has been a very slow match. It's been very deliberate, very careful, and I think that, you know, it might be worth trying to get a little reckless here if they want to try and make some results happen.
Yeah, I think both the teams are kind of feeling it on their map pick as kind of a slug. Bro King is actually on Spy in mid here. So we are going to see a change of the hats of who's playing Spy, but it was... Oh, Patty jumped over to where he was. Oh, Patty is shooting rockets. I think they heard him decloak. And looks like Bro King, they haven't seen him yet. Oh, but they found him now. Who's going to take him down? But yeah, I don't think time's quite going to be a factor yet. I mean, the round could reset twice more before the time comes into being a factor. We're going to see Mirror Man bombing from the trap. Psy guy with the trap. Going to delete him out of the air once again. Alpha was trying to pressure from the valley side, taking some pot shots, but he's not going to find anything. Bro King's going to come up on his usual role of soldier, and we are going to see the teams kind of stabilize here.
Yeah, like you said, you know, we're at an Uber stalemate. Alpha's the one who has the power to break this, and it's just going to come down to whether he hits his shots or if the Meat Market realizes where he is and is able to push into him successfully. As they're trying to do here, you're seeing a lot of aggression coming out into Alpha, if only to force him out for the time being. Getting that kill and keeping him from having that threat of insta-kill headshot would be ideal. However, it's now just up to him to reset and try again to hit a shot that could turn the tide of this.
Yeah, I would like to see maybe somebody on Meat Market either try and counter-snipe him, because the thing is they are letting Alpha take shots here and there, and the sniper with the same caliber of Alpha, if you give him enough shots, he is going to hit one eventually. And they are giving him very tough shots, I'll give him that. They're making it really difficult for him, but I'd like to see somebody like Corsa try and counter-snipe him to make it a little bit more interesting if they're going to be content with this stalemate, which... If I was Meat Market, I really wouldn't be, because you are down a round, and in theory, like, Chaos Control loses nothing by doing this. They are just running down the time while they're still at an advantage.
Yeah, I think it would behoove them to try and, you know, figure out where Alpha is, as May actually picks up Corso with a trap, to figure out where Alpha is, and then just, you know, hit it where they ain't. Push in through some other part, and try and get him as he backs off, because a sniper alone isn't really enough of a threat to... You know, if you know where he is, you can neutralize him pretty effectively. The problem is getting
He's actually going to get the pick on the Maze, so it's a demo down. Alpha hasn't quite spawned yet, so it looks like Meat Market's going to be trying to get in from the choke. Bro King with a big bomb. He's going to jump in onto Bear. He's going to find a decent first rock. And they got 60 damage into him, but not going to find much else. 2 down on the side of Meat Market, with Ash not quite up on the spawn yet. And May has spawned. He's not quite in this fight yet, and it looks like Patty's looking for the exchange. They're going to be popped out at roughly the same time. A lot of flashing coming out of Ninja Nick. We're going to make it a little more even. It looks like Chaos Control is going to just back up into mid and meet up with May and co. Going to be trying to pressure through the choke. They're bombing in on Psy Guy. Psy Guy has a huge air pipe onto Patty. Patty is going to go down. Oh no. Mirror Man that is going down. And Bear's going to go down. Bro King and Ash are going to die. Moo's down as well. Alpha's in onto Ninja Nick. Ninja Nick down to 30 HP. May's going to bomb in as well. Is not going to find it. Patty is going to jump in. but they successfully defended their medic. It's a wipe for Chaos Control with only the soldiers going down on Meat Market.
Yeah, you saw the legendary 6-man sack strat coming out of Chaos Control. Didn't manage to find anything out of it. Great job on NinjaNick for avoiding all that. And now they're going to find themselves with a good 60% ad and an opportunity to try and push into last here.
Indeed, so we're going to see Chaos Control just kind of, they're letting Alpha some room to snipe on too, but he took his shot, he missed it, and it looks like they're just going to back up to left. They do not have an NG or Heavy, which they've been running pretty religiously. Moo's going to switch off into NG just now, but it doesn't look like there's a ton of time for her to get a gun. And yeah, Corsa and Co are already in. Corsa's going to get in, 2-shot. Bear not able to cycle through the spawn. It isn't like anybody was watching low. Patty and Mirror Man are going to go on. The Sentry's Kyuki's in onto the point. They're going to try and contest him. Moo's going to get in there to try and contest, but it's going to be a 2-2 game.
Alright, well, considering how long these rounds are taking, I think that the next round is going to be one of the most important ones.
There are 19 minutes left on the clock, so there is time for this to be 5-2 for either team. We are going to see the demo matchup in the mid. Sai is really weak early, so he's going to be playing really passively on this mid. And May is getting some decent damage into the scouts of Meat Market. Again, Chaos Control taking the other team's side. Broking is actually delaying in his own team's cafe. He's going to be taking a fight with Mirror Man, it looks like, but it looks like Chaos Control just wants to push into the other team, knowing that Broking isn't in a position to help his team. Ash is going to get the first pick onto Pad, the chess match-like thing, but Corsa, NinjaNick, and Broking are all going to go down. Mirror Man's going to end up cratering out. Alpha's going to hit the pick onto Ash, and Kyuki's going to trade out for Alpha, but May's going to get the final pick onto Kyuki, and it's going to be May. But oh, Sai's in! He's in on the bear! He gets the first pipe, he's going to get the roller, but he's not going to end up finding the frag. May's going to clean him up, and it's going to be a mid for Chaos Control, and once again, Bears stayed alive through the mid.
Yeah, it's kind of like you said, Broking was delaying too long, and it ended up not being really fruitful for him, as you saw players like Mirror Man getting some really great, really high aggressive bombs that were able to take out NinjaNick pretty easily. And with those heals down, it just meant that they were sort of able to chip away at Meat Market and eventually clean up those frags pretty effectively.
Yep, so NinjaNick's at about 70%. Bear still does have an Uber ad, but NinjaNick is building very quickly. He's up on 85%. We do see the Pyro and Engineer on the side of Meat Market. It looks like Chaos Control wants to go off this. They're getting aggressive on the left side, but NinjaNick's at 95% would not be wise. But Broking's in behind, gonna trade out with Mirror Man. We are gonna see Bear pop his Uber in top right from his perspective. They are gonna get Kyuki and the Sentry Gun, and NinjaNick's gonna pop off his Uber. Ash is gonna get Alpha, but Sai's gonna jump into Moo. Not the best choice from coming out of Saigai there. Just no positioning from him, and his team wasn't ready to follow up on it. So Sai's gonna go down. Mirror Man's gonna be rolling out back into this fight. Chaos Control playing the long game here with the additional Demo Man playing. They're gonna bait the cap here. They're gonna bait in everybody from Meat Market. 2 are going down. It's just Corsa versus the world. Sai's gonna spawn. Nick's going for Saw. It's gonna be a 3-2 game. Chaos Control taking back the lead.
Yeah, spamming that gun down at the beginning was important, but what was also pretty big was that the spam actually killed Kuki. And the fact that they didn't have the, that shouldn't have been a player down for Meat Market. They shouldn't have lost someone just from, taking spam. And that actually gave them a big advantage, gave Chaos Control a large advantage to try and move in. And they, even though the fight got a little bit prolonged, they were able to clean it up in the end.
Yep, so we are going to see both teams, they're going to be meeting each other by Meat Market Cafe. It can be an absolute chaos mid. Nick's going to go down, but it looks like Chaos Control is going to be wiping out here. It is just Mirror Man in behind. Sai's going to be hunting him, going to hit him with 2 pipe. Oh my gosh. Sai with the taunt. And Mirror Man's going to go down very late there. Both meds did go down. They are on the same spawn wave, so they're going to spawn up. It's going to be even Ubers. NinjaNick's actually going to spawn on the Kritzkrieg again. Bear is on the normal Uber charge, however, so it's going to be a 25 ad for NinjaNick because of the crits.
Thank you for pointing out that Kritzkrieg. That is pretty big. It's going to mean that NinjaNick is going to get his Uber about 25 to 30% faster than Bear. And with that in mind, they're going to have to be pretty aggressive with this if they want to be able to take advantage of that. But they do have the opportunity in front of themselves. They have themselves trying to push into last. The sentry could cause problems as it is in that spot that has been causing problems all night. We're going to want to see how they take this in as we're just now getting crits.
Yep. So all eyes are going to be on Psy, guys. He takes his crits in. It's popped off. He's going to find the first sticky on the bear. It looks like he's looking for more. He's not going to find much else, it doesn't look like. He's got a crit sticky behind May. May's going to end up juking that way. He's going to death, but the damage is done. Bear went down first with no heals on the side of Chaos Control. It looks like Meat Market's going to be trying to rotate in on the left side. So the stuff's going to try and come in, but looks like they're just going to bait out the stuff and try and rotate top right before they can get healthy. Bear's going to be spawned by now. I mean, Nick's going to have another Uber ad, but Ash is going to be the first death. They are going to get the gun, but... Oh, and Patty's going to... I'm not sorry. Mirror Man's going to get in. Not going to find much just on the counter sack. Alpha's going to be sniping. They don't have a gun, though, more importantly, on the side. But Patty's going to get Ninja Nick. They're going to be trying to push in from the left side here, our Meat Market. Psy Guy's going to be in on the point. Going to get a ton of damage into May, but the two scouts holding hands with heals are going to get a ton of frag. It's just going to be Ash and Ninja Nick on the side of Meat Market. Ash is going to go for a play on the bear. Gets a really nice first direct, but he's not going to find the frag.
Alright, I just want to take a second and like highlight how gorgeous that sticky out of Psy was onto bear. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that's straight out of what you'd see in a frag movie.
Yeah. Then you saw Ninja Nick come and bringing his players in through the other side, trying to just rotate around and catch him off guard. But Patty decided to step up and make a hero play, get Ninja Nick, which neutralized that crit streak advantage. However, the Uber's now on mid, going to be coming out from Baradactyl. What are you seeing going on here, Nick?
We saw Broking bomb in and get the force. He ended up going down to May, but it doesn't look like Bear and Co aren't going to get much other than the mid cap. Ninja Nick's at about 70% here. They are building up. But they are 6 up on the side of Chaos Control. I would have liked to see them try and go for a sack while Ninja Nick is still really far back. They're going to get the spawn from Broking. Is going to be rolling out. Ninja Nick's at about 90%. Psy Guy, Corsa, and Ninja Nick are going to be going into Cafe. They got to watch out. There are sticky alphas there, and Patty's going to drop. Corsa's going to die to the stickies, and Ninja Nick eats a ton of damage. He's going to get the pack, and Patty's going to jump in from the other side from Choke. He's going to get the 4. Then Ninja Nick and Co are not going to be in a position to get anything with this Uber. Broking's just going to bomb in, trying to look for anything. He's in on the bear. He's going to get a nice first rocket, but it's only for 75 damage. Corsa and Broking down on the side of Meat Market, and it looks like Chaos Control is going to be trying to roll this into 2.
Yeah, the Chaos Control soldiers were able to engineer themselves a fantastic advantage. They're able to push in with a full 50% or so Uber advantage. They're going to be able to take second point without too much of an issue. And now it's going to be on Meat Market to try and force out this Uber before Chaos Control can use it on their own terms. Yeah,
Corsa is out of this fight, though. They're going to pop into 2 here. They're not going to find a ton. It looks like everybody on Meat Market was really, really far back. Corsa is already building up a sentry gun. Ninja Nick is at 95% already, so he is in a position. It looks like he's going to be going through Dungeon. Broken going to be leading this one in for his team. Ninja Nick has not popped yet. They're in. They're already in out of the point. They're going to pop this one out. They're going to get some decent damage onto Bear. Mirror Man's going to go down. Moo's going to go down. Bear's going to go down. It's a catastrophe on the side of Chaos Control. Ninja Nick is going to be safe inside Cafe. Sai's going to get the pick onto Patty. It's Alpha and May versus the world. May's going to go down to Bro King, and it's just going to be Alpha on mid. We're going to see some forward spawns from Alpha, Moo, and Co. But Sai Guy's just spamming pipes at the spawn. He's looking for that easy stat pad.
Yeah, I'm going to be real honest. I don't think Chaos Control needed to pop that Uber in. They didn't need to pop the Uber. They could have just taken second point without it, and they lost mid because of it, in my opinion. Are we having another pause?
It looks like we have another pause.
Let me go to sleep.
Yeah.
It is 1:20 in the morning. My roommate's going to be home from work soon.
Yep. So we do see about a 30% advantage for Ninja Nick. I don't know how long May's spawn is because of the pause delay. Things like to keep ticking down when STVs are paused. TF2 is a bug-free game, and ESEA is a paid service. These are all known facts. But yeah, we do see Meat Market trying to roll into 2 off the back of their mid cap off a very, very good Uber onto an unsuspecting Chaos Control.
Yeah, sorry, I just don't have a whole lot to say right now.
It happens. Yeah, it's been a long cast, Bill.
It certainly has.
Indeed, so. Looser with the cries from help. You guys
Lister,
can't
you
hear
wanna
him.
you wanna join us in chat while we're just hanging out here in the pause?
I was gonna say, I am at the point where I'm losing brain cells from lack of sleep, so I don't have a ton to analyze from this. Mirrorman spamming a rocket into Valley.
Luckily for you, I'm the analyze guy. Let me tell you what this rocket's gonna do. Now, I don't know if you know this. I bet you Ash does. There's a hole in this fence over here. And the rocket's gonna go through the hole, bounce off the wall, and it's gonna impact with Baradactyl's skull. See, this is some 900 IQ invite shit.
Rockets bounce off walls, folks. You heard it here first.
Yeah,
The
you can
Noose
quote me, the
innovation.
BILLDOZER, on that.
Yeah, it's part of the latest April Fool's prank from the Valve team.
It's gonna be super epic.
So, I don't know if we want to take a peek at the stats. We could probably do that.
The
Tab out of
stats
my
are gonna be
game.
all messed up with these pauses.
The damage is gonna be lowered, but I think we can look at the kills, the deaths. I think that's like the telling story. So, pulling up the stats real quick, it looks like everybody on Meat Market is pulling about the relative amount of weight. Everybody is kind of within 10 frags of each other. I think the big thing that stands out to me though is Ninja Nick has 20 deaths and Saigai has 10. So it looks like Saigai is doing an excellent job of staying alive for his team, putting up that constant pressure. The thing that stands out to me is top fragging in the server right now is Patty at 35 for 31. The next highest being Kyuki at 34 and Corsa at 33.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And we were both talking earlier about how Patty's going to be kind of the player to see step up on this, especially considering the weight of soldiers on this map. And you've been seeing him making all sorts of space and openings and getting important frags for his team. And, you know, as you can see, it's been paying off as they are up around here.
Indeed. I don't know how much time is left in real time. I don't know if Looster has that information for me.
I'd have to imagine there's about
we are going to be
13
unpaused.
to 15 minutes left if I had to take a guess.
Yeah, but we are getting into the point. 11 minutes
alright.
left, so we are getting awfully close to the point where Chaos Control can just cap up a point and just hold Meat Market there and be content with the game at that point. Yeah, the bus will get parked. We are going to see Ninja Nick just building up the last little bit of his Uber. He's at about 90%, pushing into Valley from his perspective. We are going to see him going to be avoiding all the spam. They're going to just pop it super early. Sai with the really high bomb in. They're going to catch Mirror Man in. But that looks like they're gonna get. Yeah, it's all they're gonna find. And Bear should be coming up on his Uber. He's at about 80% right now. Not quite in a position to push in before they recontest. At this point in the game, Chaos Control could just sit on their last though, because if the round resets, realistically there isn't enough time to re-push off of a mid-fight. So at this point, it's really going to be crunch time for Meat Market. They're going to be desperate to get around here. So I think they're going to opt to try and go with maybe just the one-player sacks. Although it looks like Chaos Control is trying to push out of last with their Uber.
Yeah, and we do see Cookie here in Dungeon who's going to be taking a fight with Alpha. Actually,
And he's gonna win it
which
out.
means he's going to have an opportunity presented to him.
Yeah, and everybody
If
on Chaos Control is
Mirror
going to
Man
go try and
doesn't-
go back.
Yeah.
And Moo and Patty are going to go down. This is looking terrible for Chaos Control. It's just Bear and Mirror Man versus the world. Broking's going to bomb in onto Bear while the rest of the team brushes the point, and it's going to be a 3-3 game. Oh boy, Golden Cap inbound, boys.
40-minute
Calling it
European
now.
Golden Cap.
There's less than 10 minutes remaining, 9:35 on the clock. We're going into our 7th mid-fight of the map. We're going to see Saigai, again, a little bit faster than May. Neither demo really hitting each other early. They're both going to be playing really, really passive. Again, both teams are going to be kind of ramping each other. And Broking, once again, rolling out his cap. And he's spam rocket space, going to get Bear. Everybody left Bear right at the moment that Broking committed. Moo and Patty are going to go down May as well. It's just going to be Alpha committing in. And only Corsa died on the side of Meat Market, so we are going to see the full Uber ad come out of Ninja Nick, and Chaos Control is going to be relegated to their last.
Yeah, and you see a big opportunity here for Ninja Nick as Bear did go down near immediately as Broking once again did roll through his cafe, which was exactly where Bear felt the need to stand.
And Broking and Co are really aggressive on the top left. They might make the same mistake Mentality did earlier where they go before they've actually capped 2 where they can't get point time. Doesn't look like they're getting the cap. No, I mean, they have a scout on the cap now. But Broking's gonna just jump in and take 2 rockets into Bear. Saiga is gonna get a pick onto Moo, and Ash and Kyuki are gonna get a cleanup frag onto Mei and Patty. It's gonna be 4-1 in, or I'm sorry, yeah, 4-3 overall, 4-1 and a half, 4-3 overall for Meat Market with 8 minutes remaining.
I don't know what Meat Market talked about during that pause, but they figured something out because they're showing a lot more success versus Chaos Control as opposed to the first like 6 rounds.
Yep, and Alpha is sniping the mid, and Patty is on scout. So it looks like they're breaking out the Patty scout stop. And yeah, Barodactyl is on crits here. So Ash and Patty are gonna trade out. Mirrorman's gonna go down. Bear's building up the crit streak. He does have a small advantage on Ninja Nick. It looks like, yeah, Ninja Nick is on regular Uber. He's a small ad over him. So we're gonna see if Mei and Bear try and go for anything. It looks like Bear's on Moo right now. So we're gonna see maybe the scout crits come out. And yeah, we are. They're gonna crits Moo. Gonna be trying to focus on Psy Guy. Ninja Nick's actually gonna get his Uber. And Moo and Bear are both gonna go down. Mei's gonna follow as well. It's not looking good out of Chaos Control.
Yeah, we're gonna need to see some God plays if we want to see Chaos Control try to pull this back, because, like you said, it's really turned down for them.
Yep, so we are going to see Broking top right from his perspective, just prodding into last. He's going to get down the center run. Kyuki's going to go down to Moo, but Ash is going to trade that one out. Ash is going to be rotating back to his heels. We're going to see the Heavy come out of Chaos Control. Going to be trying to play around that. And yep, they're going to find the Broking and Ash frags. So they are going to stabilize here. Ninja Nick does have about a 45% ad. Saiga is going to find the pipe frag onto Patty. Oh, but Mei is going to take him down. Saiga with the easy. We are going to see Chaos Control pushing into 2. Alpha is switched off the soldier. He's not going to be opting to run the full-time sniper like we saw the last time we saw Patty on scout for this team. But Ninja Nick does have his Uber. They are going to pop in. They're not going to find much. They are going to get the Alpha soldier pick, but Chaos Control is back on their last. They're at about 70%. Meat Market is just starting the cap now. It doesn't look like Chaos Control is on to opt to try and push back in and contest, but Mirrorman's actually in behind trying to 1v1 Corsa. Ash is going to come in and try and spoil the 1v1 fun. But Mirrorman's going to skill stick down Ash. Oh, and Mirrorman gets Corsa as well. Huge plays coming out of Mirrorman, getting the 1v2. These are the god plays we saw needed to come out. And Patty's going to pop his Uber into Broking. It is 3 down. Ninja Nick has about a 70% advantage over Bear, but he doesn't have it quite yet. Chaos Control is going to cap up on 2, and they do have a little position to try and maybe prod into mid, but other than that, they are just going to be holding their 2.
Yeah, I think it's extremely important right now for them to worry about having their second point locked down before they look at midpoint, because they don't want to get backcapped or anything like that. You know, having a team that needs to push into them, you know, you can be a little more comfortable with it. You know what they're going to try to do. But,
yep.
You know, you want to run down the time a little bit. You don't want to have
Ninja
enough...
Nick and Co. got into 2 though without having to use. Bears only at about 70%. Yeah, it's about 75% right now. Both teams are both down 1. They're both going to get their spawns, but it looks like Meat Market didn't opt to go with about that 25% ad. Are they parking the bus here?
I think that might be their best opportunity at this point.
Oh man, we are in it for the long haul tonight.
All right, man. This is what we signed up for. Casting some good TF2.
We're out here. So we are going to see Psy Guy is just trapping up the shutters. I think the assessment of the parking the bus. Kyuki is on Engineer in his own spawn. He's going to be moving up his level 2. Mirrorman is on Spy, so Mirrorman's the man with the plan. Oh, but Ash almost just jumped into him on accident. Jumping down the stairs there. Mirrorman's going to be looking to rotate towards where Ninja Nick is. They're kind of spamming rockets around, so they might be suspecting something. But yeah, Kyuki's just going to be setting up the sentry gun from his perspective while Mirrorman creeps around. And yeah, it looks like that. With the level 3 being up, the bus is officially parked, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, well, time for 4 minutes of not pushing out.
Just want to say this is karma for Mirror Man for trying to do this to us on LAN.
Where did Mirror Man even go? Where is he right now?
He is behind. He's by choke. He's just cloaked. QQ looks like he's trying to set up a dispenser maybe. So Mirror Man is awfully close to the other team. He's in the valley now. So it's gonna see Mirror Man looking for the spy play while QQ just plays Tinkertown. He's gonna decloak. It doesn't.
Oh my god.
He wasn't disguised. No, dude.
That was ridiculous.
He just ran into the sentry gun. He dropped some whoops in the chat. This is very, very sad. And that also kind of ruins the spy plays moving forward. I mean, you could go with the old side twist route. They never expect that 3 times in a row, but...
They would never expect 2 spies at once.
These are also facts, but... Oh, man. So, QQ's gonna move his gun a little bit back into Valley. And yeah, it looks like they are just content with parking the bus. Patty's back on the Soldier, Alpha is back on the Scout. We're gonna see the exchange. Bear's gonna pop his Uber off. They're gonna get decent damage onto Ash, and Sai is gonna go down. Alpha's gonna go down on the other side of things. But Me, Market, and Co are on last. Course is just taking the Uber into the other team in the lobby. He's gonna find Bear, gets a ton of damage into May. They're gonna just be regrouping on the left side from their perspective, trying to push into last. Burking's gonna go down. Patty and Mirror Man are gonna bomb into them top left, but there's so much damage. Chaos Control's on the ropes here. May's down to 22 HP. They're on the point. Mirror Man's gonna bomb in, contest, and Moo's gonna get the pick onto Ash. And they're gonna get their spawns, and Mirror Man able to defend it for his team. Ninja Nick has about a 45, maybe about 45% advantage for his team. But Chaos Control successfully repelled the push from last. There is time for them to push back out. I believe there's about 5-6 minutes left at this point. Saiga's gonna get the pick on the Patty though, and Mirror Man's gonna get the valuable dispenser pick. Mirror Man's gonna jump into Corsa Scout. He's gonna go down there. Sai's gonna hit the other team with the question mark. I believe he hit somebody out of the air with a pipe. 3 down on the side of Chaos Control, and Ninja Nick has his Uber. They're in on the last. They were in top left for free. They're just gonna Uber in. Bear's gonna go down to Ash. May's gonna go down. Patty's gonna try and bomb in, but it's gonna be a 5-3 game. Me Market with the W in the lower bracket round 1. Chaos Control is out of invite playoffs in 4th place.
Yeah, that was really something. I'd like to know what they decided to change in the second half, because they seemed a little more comfortable. They had Chaos Control on the back foot the entirety of the second half through 6 rounds worth. And, you know, the better team came out the victor.
Indeed. I know Looster is dying to go to bed, so I think we're going to quickly run through. I'm going to just break down the stats in like 10 seconds. Corsa top fragged in the server, and it looks like Broking top damage in the server. So, Broking taking home the top damage award. Outside of that, just want to say it was a very, very close series. Very interesting to watch. I mean, we did see the bus parking at the end, but I think both teams played very, very well. And yeah, no interviews. I think we're all dying to go to bed.
Yeah, regardless of how long the matches took and how late it is and stuff like that, this was some fantastic TF2 that we saw played. You know, probably the best series that I've seen out of the playoffs so far.
Indeed, I think it's the best one that I've seen as well. I don't know if you want to make any shout-outs, Bill, really quick before we end it off. I want to shout out to the Dunk Masters who won their playoffs game tonight. I wasn't able to watch their games because I was doing this, but shout out to the Dunk Masters for making it to the IM Grand Finals.
I'd like to shout out to Looster for staying with us this whole time. And
yes, shout out to Looster. Looster's a G.
And I'd like
to chime in here and say shout out to you guys for sticking around for a hour and a half delay, and then we've been up for 4 hours.
Yeah.
On the stream.
And then finally, as always, I'd like to give a shout out to my dad, Zachary.
So yeah, I think that's all we got. I don't know if Twitch chat has anything else to say to us very quickly, but I think that's all, folks. This has been TFTV's coverage of ESEA's lower bracket round 1 from Chaos Control versus Me Market. And we are out, folks. Thank you all for joining us.
Y'all have a good night.